Welcome to Braves Country Radio. We are excited to bring you a brand new season, your home for the classic call of radio baseball.
Lineup for Braves Country by D.M. McGee. A is for Aaron, the Hammer and Hank, the real home run king. Take that to the bank. B is for Bobby. Cox never cowered. He'd give Blue quite an earful on his way to the showers. C is for Chipper. Don't call him Larry. He would show up in Shea, the Mets he would bury. D is for David. Justice he'd bring. A Game 6 solo brought Atlanta their ring. E is for Eddie Matthews. 512 bombs away. Lit skies from Boston to Milwaukee to the A. F is for Fred. McGriff dog-biting crime. A fire was lit the day he arrived. G is for Glavine. Southpaw winds and kicks, changing speeds east and west, a gem in Game 6. H is for Harry and his brother George Wright, the father of baseball, Boston pennants in flight. I is for inning, ending double play, Riley to Ozzie to Olsen all day. J is for Jones. Andrew let her fly, and his gloves in center is where singles would die. K is for strikeouts, a plenty from Strider. The quads in the stash, getting swings from that slider. L is for Lopez, Javi to B-Mac. Travis and Smurf, we've been lucky to see that. M is for Mad Dog. He won 355. Could swat flies with the changeup and still bust you inside. N is for Necro. He got to the hall by bending and knuckling and floating that ball. O is for Otis. Old Nixon could fly. The catch at the wall baffled our eyes. P still for Peterson. We were all rockin' pearls. With Eddie and Jorge, we were out of this world. Q is a quandary for why Dale is not in. Murphy MVPs again and again. R is for ranking. The top pitchers lore. Remember Kid Nichols, 107 WAR. S is for Smoltzy. The big three in the hall. When the game's on the line, you give John the ball. T is for Tyler. Matzik and the gift of 2021, the entire night shift. U is for Chavez, but we say Uncle Jesse. The frames, the release, kept the batters guessing. V is Van Weeren, Skip Carey 2, Don Ernie Joe, the tales from the booth. W is Warren, Spawn Johnny Sane. They'd ride him in Boston and then pray for rain. X is Mazzoni. Yeah, X marked the spot. Leo rocked next to Bobby, and his pitchers stayed hot. Why it makes us feel young, the game's main appeal. Chopping through the battery, there's no better feel. Z is for Zip Boom Bam, Rama-Lama Ding Dong. Throughout the summer, we sing that song. From AJ to eyeglasses and a hell of a pen. Mad Max, Uncle Charlie, win after win. A cannon from short, and RC you later. Acuna Matata, there is no one greater. Though you can't fit them all when you just A to Z. Think of your favorites in the rafters we see. I started with 3, then 10, 25, 47, 31, and of course 29. Let's not forget 21, 41, 35, the great 44, or 755, and old number 6, who led his great teams. The pennants were flying, it felt like a dream. From Boston to Milwaukee, to Atlanta's TBS, a family, a tradition, Braves country's the best. Lineup for Braves Country by D.M. McGee.
I state your name.
I state your name.
Do hereby pledge allegiance to the
armchair
with liberty for all.
You're in Braves country.
Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention now to the area in front of the pitcher's mound for tonight's ceremonial first pitch.
You can't drink like me. You can't smoke like me. So don't try and be like me. Let's party together.
There's something kind of about a kid that's never played baseball.
What the hell's going on out here? Well, scared because his eyelids are jammed in his old man's hair. We need a live rooster to take the curse off Jose's glove, and nobody seems to know what to get Millie for their wedding present. We're dealing with a lot of
Baseball is a beautiful thing. It's more beautiful in an old park. It's asymmetrical and quirky. But even in a dome with artificial turf, it's beautiful. The way the field fans out, the choreography of the sport, the pace and rhythm of it, the fact that that pace and rhythm allows for conversation and reflection and opinion and comparison.
In right field, the crowd is tormenting Strawberries, singing Darryl, Darryl. Little roller up along first, behind the man. It gets through Buckner. Here comes Knight, and the Mets win.
And there's a fly ball deep to left. It's on its way. There it goes. And the Yankees are going to the World Series. Aaron Boone.
Ground ball stabbed by Polk. He has it. He underhands to first for the first time in 86 years. The Red Sox have won baseball world championship. Can you believe it?
It's a pastime, something you do. It's entertainment, something you watch. And it's a shared experience, something you talk about and read about. But you can apply those same three criteria to other things. What makes baseball special is that it's the best game that's ever been devised.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy.
Sure as God made green apples, someday the Chicago Cubs are going to be in the World Series.
A little bouncer slowly toward Bryant. He will glove it in front of Rizzo. It's in time. And the Chicago Cubs win the World Series. Cubs win. What a lucky break. The good Lord wants the Cubs to win.
How can you not be romantic about baseball?
If baseball is about caring, about loyalty and rivalry.
Braves fans are on their feet hoping for some kind of a bleeder or a seeing-eye single. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Fastball hit high and deep down the right field line. It's going back, back, back. Is it fair? Is it zip, boom, bam, it's gone. Ram-a-lam-a ding dong, a 3-run shot, and your Atlanta Braves have taken a 1-run lead. She's gone, baby!
There's a very peaceful thing. It was created and played in pastures and meadows. There's grass, there's outdoors, there's everything that people thought was American and feel about America you get in a ballpark. And it's the wonder of walking through that dark tunnel and seeing a huge open space where men play the little boy's game.
People will come. They'll come for reasons they can't even fathom. Not knowing for sure why they're doing it. They'll arrive at your door as innocent as children, longing for the past.
Sit in shirt sleeves on a perfect afternoon. They have reserved seats somewhere along one of the baselines. Back when they were children, cheered their heroes. It'll be as if they dipped themselves in magic waters. The memories will be so thick, they'll have to brush them away from their faces. People will come. The one constant through all the years has been baseball. America has rolled by like an army of steamrollers, been erased like a blackboard, rebuilt and erased again. Baseball to mark the time. This field, this game, it's a part of our past. It reminds us of all that once was good. And it could be again. Oh, people will come. People will most definitely come.
We're all told at some point in time we can no longer play the children's game. We just don't know when that's going to be. Some of us are told at 18, some of us are told at 40. But we're all told.
I believe in the Church of Baseball. I've tried all the major religions and most of the minor ones. I know things. For instance, there are 108 beads in a Catholic rosary and there are 108 stitches in a baseball. I prefer metaphysics to theology. You see, there's no guilt in baseball, and it's never boring. It's a long season and you gotta trust it. I've tried them all, I really have. And the only church that truly feeds the soul day in, day out is the Church of Baseball.
Which team do you play for?
Well,
Well, I was just wondering, because I couldn't figure out why you would throw home when we've got a 2-run lead. You let the tying run get on second, and we lost the lead because of you.
Touch 'em all, Joe. You'll never hit a bigger home run in your life.
You're in Braves country. If there's a bigger thing going on right now, I don't know what it is. We're down to one strike here. Gurriel, the last hope for the Houston Astros. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swung on, bounced over to Dansby. Dansby fires it over to Forrest. And here comes the dog pile. Fire the cannons in the battery. Do the chop. All throughout Braves country, pop that top! Your Atlanta Braves have won it all!
Here's a list of the players we'll be inviting to camp.
I never heard of half of these guys, and the ones I do know are way past their prime.
Most of these guys never had a prime.
This guy here is dead.
Cross him off, then.
The local press seems to think we'd save everyone a lot of time and trouble if we just went out and shot ourselves.
We got uniforms and everything.
You know, you might think about taking Jesus Christ as your savior instead of fooling around with all this stuff.
I like him very much. He no help with curveball.
You trying to say Jesus Christ can't hit a curveball?
But I'll tell you, these fans are great. Listen to them. Hey, way to go, Rick. All of Ohio loves you. Come on, baby. Come on, Ricky. Come on, Ricky.
The game doesn't stink. It's a great game.
If you build it, he will come.
You know, one of the best things about being an ex-big leaguer is getting freebies to the game. Call the front office, bingo. And once these fans recognize me, I probably won't even have to pay for my life here. Down it! I love them. Good seats, huh? You're in the wrong seat, buddy. Come on. Oh, I must be in the front row. Come on.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. We direct your attention now to home plate. Please remain standing. We call your attention to our bands here today. They will be jointly directed. And now, another fixture. Our national anthem.
So proudly we hail at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. For the ramparts we once were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red bombs bursting in air.
time, ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to introduce today's teams as participants in this historic game.
Play ball!
Good seats, hey, buddy. He missed the tag. He missed the tag. He missed the tag.
On a beer? 7 o'clock in the morning. Scotch?
Hey, howdy, hi, and how the hell are you? Pull up an armchair, girls and boys. Pour you a cold one. It's time for Braves Country Baseball. You're listening live, and the Atlanta Braves are on the road again. We're set for pitch by pitch, play by play, the classic call, Braves Country Baseball. Hi, I'm Mac McGee. It's time to put it all aside for what should be a great game here on the Diamond. As we take you out to the old ballpark, kick up your feet, let's take a journey back to the golden age of radio baseball. We'll do our best to paint the picture as the game goes along. Roll call is on the way. It's time to join the country club, join in the fun. It's time to chop along. Go ahead and put your game face on. Here are the starting lineups for today's action. Leading off for your Atlanta Braves, Drake Baldwin, the designated hitter. 8 home runs, 29 RBI, 1 stolen base, batting .315. Ozzie Albies, batting second, playing second. 7 home runs, 22 RBI, a .333 clip. Matt Olson, batting third, playing first. 11 home runs, 31 RBI, batting .299. Mauricio Dubon is batting cleanup and in center field. 2 home runs, 18 RBI, a .267 average. Batting fifth at the Keystone Corner, Austin Riley. 4 home runs, 21 RBI, batting .205 with 3 stolen bases. And the As, Mike Yastrzemski, is batting a clean .200 right there on the Mendoza line, 20 for 100. 6 RBIs on the year, 1 stolen base. And batting seventh, and back for the first time in a long time, it's Sean Murphy. He'll be behind the plate and obviously no batting statistics so far.
Smurf is me. I must call an emergency meeting.
Batting eighth and in right field, the Book of Eli. Eli White.
Don't try to fool me.
2 home runs, 9 RBI, batting .220. Jorge Mateo, batting ninth and playing short. 2 home runs, 5 RBI, 3 stolen bases. On the mound for your Atlanta Braves, it's J.R. Ritchie Day. The Seattle native is 1-0 with a 2.92 ERA and a 1.30 whip. 10 hits allowed, 12 innings, 11 strikeouts, 6 walks, 3 home runs served. He'll be going head-to-head with Logan Gilbert, who's 1-3 with a 4.03 ERA and a 1.29 whip. 38 innings, 41 hits allowed, 39 strikeouts, 8 walks, 4 home runs served. Backing up Logan Gilbert in the bottom of the first inning for the Seattle Mariners. The Tridents will send J.P. Crawford to the plate. The shortstop has a 2.05 average, 2 home runs, 7 RBI. Julio Rodriguez batting second and in center field, 4 home runs, 16 RBI. 3 stolen bases. Josh Naylor batting third, playing first. 4 home runs, 17 RBI, 4 stolen bases, batting .216. Randy Arozareno batting cleanup and playing left. 3 home runs, 12 RBI, 7 stolen bases, batting .272. Dan Canzone is the designated hitter tonight, a .264 average with 3 home runs, 12 RBI. Rayleigh is in right field, 5 home runs, 13 RBI, a .247 average. Cole Young batting seventh, playing second. He's got a .266 average with 3 home runs and 19 RBI. Mitch Garver behind the plate, 8 for 40 on the year with a .200 average. He does have an RBI. And Luis Rivas is batting ninth and playing third. 12 for 82 on the year, a .146 clip, 7 RBI, 2 stolen bases. Calling balls and strikes behind the plate tonight, it's Lance Barksdale. Your first base umpire, Will Little. Second base will be manned by Ryan Addington, and down the third base line, it's Ryan Wills. Game time temperatures here in Seattle, Washington. 79 degrees with the wind blowing out to right at about 6 miles an hour. The Seattle Mariners are minus 136 on the money line, Atlanta plus 125. Your over-under is 7.5. Our pick to click tonight for your Atlanta Braves. Most of these Braves have seen Logan Gilbert a little bit. You don't expect them to see him a whole lot over their career in separate leagues and out west. But we're going to go with the hot hand. Give me Ozzie Albies. He's 2 for 4 lifetime. Does not have a home run or an RBI, but he's batting second in the order. We see him to click. Other guys of note, Matt Olson's 3 for 14 lifetime. He does have 1 home run, just batting .214. Drake Baldwin's 0 for 3. Mauricio Dubon's 3 for 14. Olson is the only person in the lineup who has a home run off of Gilbert. We'll take your Atlanta Braves to win a very low-scoring game. We're going to take J.R. Ritchie to hit his 4.5. We think he gets 6 punchies tonight. We'll take Atlanta to win this one 3-1. We're just moments away for pitch-by-pitch, play-by-play of your Atlanta Braves. So if you haven't already, jump into roll call, because here we go, baby.
We're going streaking through the quad and into the gymnasium. Come on, everybody! Bring your green hat. Let's go. Come on, everybody. We're going. Woo! Come on! We're streaking. Woo! We're streaking. We're going up through the quad to the gymnasium.
Streaking. Get in the car.
Everybody's doing it.
Now.
Tony, do you think KFC's still open?
Well, it's about that time. Grab you a cold one. Find you an armchair. Atlanta Braves baseball right here on Braves Country Radio. Your modern-day superstation, bringing you pitch-by-pitch, play-by-play of your Atlanta Braves and our one-of-a-kind production. Take us anywhere you go for over 300 play-by-play games right here on the BCR. Please like and subscribe today. Don't forget to hype the videos. It helps the smaller stations to bring folks in so we can all root this great game on together. Join the country club today, and a special thanks to all the members in the country club. You help support the BCR.
Get this bus moving.
Stop.
Come back.
Too late.
Roll call! Yeah, roll call!
You're in Braves country.
Good evening, everybody. We got Ism in the house tonight. Alfonso, Big Truck, Iron Lung Country Club member, good to see you. Justin Green, Uncle Charlie, good to see you. What you talking about, Willis? Good to see you, bud. Big Truck, James, Space Monkey, see Justin Green. Who else do we have in here tonight? Deb Up, Step Up, good to see you. Mark, Ricky, Ricardo, Country Club member. Lucy, he's home. Bills fans in here tonight. Mark will love to hear that, Bills fan. Donald Brooks. Trip Tillman, good to see you. Joe Rowe. Tree Nug. In the club. Gary the Real McCoy, good to see you, sir. Kaylee's in here tonight. Yep, 9:40. Joyce Robledo down in Mexico. D. Carroll, everybody loves Raymond. All right, we're going to step away for a second. If we missed you, just go ahead and jump into the chat. We'll continue this on the other side, pitch by pitch, play by play of your Atlanta Braves on the way.
It is the American game. You see a guy hit the ball out the ballpark, and that same guy can come up tomorrow in that situation and miss the ball and lose the ball game. Can bring you up here, it can bring you down there. One thing about it, though, you know it always will be a tomorrow. You got me today, but I'm coming back.
Think about it. What is there in your life, besides your love of family maybe, that carries all the way through from almost your earliest recollections till the day you die, and you care about it in one way or another? There are very, very few things that make that list, but we have a child's interest in baseball, so it will be one of the few things in my life that I have cared about in one way or another all the way through.
There's a lot of wonderful stillness in baseball that I love. Many seconds of stillness. When the pitcher has got the sign, the batter is crouched, the ball players all lean forward with their hands on their knees, and then very shortly the ball is delivered. But in that tiny period when the pitch and the fever of the crowd is tangible, there's a moment of absolute stillness that I treasure.
The best of us keep as much of that childhood with us as we grow into adulthood as we can muster. And the most creative, the most happy, the most fortunate of us are those who don't lose the sense of play. And even after we're past the point of being able to actually play the game with any skill, if we love it, then it's like Peter Pan. We remain boys forever. We don't die.
Ladies and gentlemen, we interrupt our program of dance music to bring you a special bulletin from the radio news.
Sit quietly and we will control all that you see and hear. There is nothing wrong. You are about to participate in a great adventure. You are about to experience the awe and mystery.
You unlock this door with the key of imagination. Beyond it is another dimension, a dimension of sound, a dimension of sight, a dimension of mind. You're moving into a land of both things and ideas. You've just crossed over into
Adventures in Time and Space.
We offer you Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball.
Hi, folks. Join us now for another Braves ball game. Yes, sir. This is the one we've been waiting for. This is it. This makes you feel like it's spring and baseball, no more measles, and free tickets to the circus.
You're in Braves Country.
This is a reminder, disorderly conduct will not be tolerated. Please respect your fellow fan and refrain from any unruly behavior. Failure to comply with these guidelines will result in ejection.
It's all mixed up with peanuts, tobacco juice, and a hearty feeling among the fans joshing each other. Always this raucous, good spirit. Everybody came to have a good time. The whole stands full of people all roaring. In baseball, never known an instance where so instantly a whole crowd could be brought to its feet, roaring with delight over just a clean crack of a bat against the ball.
A lot of room in right center. If he hits one there, we can dance in the streets.
Line drive and a base hit. Just as to score the tying run. Bream to the plate. And he is safe.
We're 1 out away, Braves Country, from a trip to the World Series. Whatever superstition you've got, do it. The entire city of Atlanta, the entire South is standing on their feet, trying to will the Braves into the World Series. Here's the 1-0 pitch. And swung on and ripped over to Dansby Swanson. Dansby's got it. He fires over first. Baby, sound the trumpet! Great! Your Atlanta Braves are headed to the World Series! And the place is going bananas!
Although edited, tonight's thriller contains suspense and violence which may be unsuitable. Parental discretion is advised.
You're in Braves Country.
Good evening, Braves Country. We are just about set for pitch-by-pitch, play-by-play of your Atlanta Braves. A couple of folks that we missed along the way. Margaret Peta, Royal Peta, Country Club member. We got Gina and Matt, Scooby, Holmes, Jeremy, Edward Spry, good to see you, bud. Country Club member Rich 22, James Ray, Sebastian, Jake, D, Davis, James Fisher King, and Iron Lung Country Club member. And we're just about set. Here's the windup, here's the pitch, and yes, sir, it is baseball time in Braves Country, and the first pitch on the way from Logan Gilbert is right there for a strike. It's 0-1. As soon as the 3D kicks in, up here it comes. We'll bring it in. The 1-0, swing, fouls it back out of play, 1-1. So 1-1 count to Baldwin, batting .315 on the year. comes set. Turns and fires. Swing! That ball is belted high and deep. Going back on the track. She gone, baby! Zip, boom, bam, out of here! A solo shot, and your Atlanta Braves have put one on the board. A hanger, a banger, and she went way over the center field wall. 1-0 your Atlanta Braves.
You don't like the Drake?
I love the Drake.
How could you not like the Drake?
Who's the Drake?
The Drake is good.
426 happy feet over the wall, and the Braves lead it 1-0. First pitch to Ozzie Albies is right there for a strike at the knees. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Turns and kicks. Swing, fouls it away. It's 0-2. So an 0-2 count, in case you're just joining us a little late. Sean Murphy is indeed in the starting lineup. Talked about it over the weekend. We thought he was coming back today, but we didn't get the official word till a few hours ago. The 0-2 in the dirt, 1-2. If you're wondering why it goes down like that, you can't make the announcement until you actually put them on the roster. It's a goofy rule in Major League Baseball. The 1-2, down and in, swing and a miss. Strike 3, one away. Hard curveball in the dirt, got Ozzie chasing. So 1-0 your score. Top of the first inning, 1 down, and that'll bring the Ice House to the plate. Matt Olson. Is he having himself a year so far? .299 on the year, 11 home runs. First pitch is a fastball just off the plate wide. It's 1-0. The 1-0. Turns and kicks. Right down the pipe for a strike. It's 1-1. So a 1-1 count. He's gone four-seam and cutter to start him off. The 1-1 pitch. Swing. Lifts the changeup down the line, deep down the line, but it'll bend foul into the corner. Say about 25, 30 feet foul at the most. Mets and Phillies have already won tonight. They played their games early. Marlins losing to the Phillies 1-0. We'll go over the out-of-town scoreboard here in a little bit. The 1-2. Swing. Splitter bangs it foul. Standing on deck is Mauricio Dubon. He's batting cleanup tonight. Riley's batting 5th. Yastrzemski's 6th. And Murphy batting 7th. I would think that when left-handers are on the mound, you're going to see Murphy hit a little higher in the lineup. The 1-2 pitch. Just below the knees. That's a filthy splitter. Good job by Matt to hold off on that one. Very similar pitch to what Ozzie Albies swung at. That one dived away. The one to Ozzie dove in. The 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and he couldn't hold off on that one. 2 down. Left to right in the outfield for the Seattle Mariners. It's going to be a Arozarena, Julio in center, and Rayleigh in right. Around the horn, third to first, Rivas, J.P. Crawford, Cole Young, and Josh Naylor. Garver's behind the plate, and, of course, Gilbert on the bump. First pitch is a four-seam fastball, 97 miles an hour, P at the knees. It's 0-1. The 0-1. You'd like to see the Braves work the count on Gilbert and get him out of the game, but they do have a good bullpen. The 0-1 pitch, swing, lifts it high into center field. Drifting back just before the warning track a few feet. Julio's got it down in the schoolyard, and that'll end the inning. But not for your Atlanta Braves. Put one on the board. It's 1-0 good, guys. We'll be back in a flash here on the BCR.
Give me a phrase that somebody born after the year 2000 wouldn't understand.
Stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me.
Hold on, let me go check my encyclopedia.
Is it in the white pages or yellow pages?
Hey, call me after 6. My minutes are free.
You gotta put it on channel 3.
It's my money, and I need it now. Please don't text me. It costs me a dime every time.
Y'all, this really took me off her top 8. Like, after everything we've been through, she's just gonna remove me from her top 8. Like we weren't ever friends. Like,
look at this girl. What's her story? She's got a decent bone structure. She was probably very pretty when she was young. Yeah. Probably spent her summers here, lounging on the beach and scooping ice cream.
but she didn't want her summers to end, so she got herself a fake ID and a push-up bra and started hanging out at the local bars.
Right. Developed a nasty coke habit because she loved the way it made her feel. Then extreme highs gave way to extreme lows, and she fell into a depression.
Had herself a kid. Thought it would give her a sense of purpose, and it did for a while, till she started using again.
And then social services came knocking at the door. Now the kid lives upstate with his grandparents because she can't take care of this kid. And here she is, festering away in a one-bedroom apartment, waiting for the HIV to turn into AIDS, and wondering what the...
You know I can hear you, right?
By the late 80s, George Brett was approaching the twilight of his career. The hits still came, and the average stayed high, but years of wear and tear were taking their toll. And after a slow start to 1990,
Strike 3 call.
questions began to surface about whether Brett's career was approaching its end.
Boy, that's about as upset as I have ever seen George Brett.
He's 37, the body is breaking down. You know, his first half was the sort of bad that makes you think, oh, this is over.
He is thinking very seriously about retiring.
What's up, Braves country? Looking forward to a great Atlanta Braves season. See y'all at the ballpark. Love y'all.
Welcome back. First pitch on the way from J.R. Ritchie here on a late Monday night baseball game. Is high and wide out of the zone. It's 1-0. J.R. Ritchie kicks and fires. Change up misses. Ball 2-0. So a 2-0 count. Turns and kicks. Swing, chopper. Down the line, 2-1. Braves 1, Seattle 0. The 2-1 pitch misses high, 3-1. The 3-1 from Ritchie. Brings it. Swing. Pops it back. Foul. Full count. J.R. Ritchie. 6'2", 185 pounder. The 22-year-old. Born in Seattle, Washington. Played his high school ball in Bainbridge Island in Washington State. The payoff pitch. Just below. Ball 4. Sean Murphy wants to challenge that. I don't think he's going to get that one. Looks like one he's going to regret. That was too close. You get the idea why Sean was challenging it. Let me see here. Yeah, he missed it. Missed it by, we'll say, little less than an inch down and away in the corner. So Braves are down to one challenge. Righty now. It's Julio Rodriguez, the batter. First pitch sinker, down and away. It's 1-0. You don't know if J.R. Ritchie's going to pitch better because he's pitching in front of his home crowd, or if there's going to be a little extra pressure and the nerves are going to get to him early on. But the youngster is 1-0 with a 2.92 ERA coming into tonight is the 1-0. Ball pops in and out of the glove of Sean Murphy. Runner will stay put at first. 2-0. Looks like he's got a little jitters, a little wild so far. Ritchie was drafted by the Braves in 2022. Collective bargaining pick. The 2-0. Swing and a miss cutter, 2-1. Julio was going for the downs on that one. He came out of his shoe tops. In those 12 innings, he's fired 11 strikeouts and a 1.3 whip. Left to right for the Braves in the outfield. This is a 2-1. Drops a slider there on the outer edge. Good pitch. 2-2. Left to right in the outfield, it's the Yaz, Dubon in center, and Eli in right. Around the horn, third to first, is the 2-2 from Richie. Sinker down and in. Full count. Third to first is Riley, Dubon, Ozzie, and Olson. Behind the plate, of course, is Sean Murphy. J.R. Richie on the hill. Braves challenge that again. Oof. Sean Murphy blows both of our. That is not a. That's bad action right there, Sean. So we're out of ABS challenges. You can pretend like those don't even exist for us. That one was terrible. Full count. That one was about 2 inches below the zone. And they do have it down in the minor leagues, if you're wondering. The payoff pitch. Swing. Lifts it. High into center field, fairly deep, but Dubon's got a beat on it. And there's one away. One up, one down. It really is one of those ones that I wish I could defend, but you've already lost one. You got to make sure that next one you get. First pitch swinging. Naylor rips it over to first base. Well, that'll get us out of it. The Platinum Glove winner, Matt Olson, grabs it, stabs it, touches first, and they get doubled up. We'll be back in a flash. Great play by Matt Olson. J.R. Richie and Sean Murphy will go back to the drawing board in the dugout. 1-0 your score.
Or, hear me out. You go yourself, and I keep doing what I'm doing.
Phil Niekro went 21-20 in 1979 and led the league in both wins and losses. Nolan Ryan had 3 more no-hitters in his career than he had games with no walks. Addison Bumgarner hit more grand slams in 2014 than Derek Jeter did in his entire major league career. Despite being one of the greatest hitters of all time, Ted Williams never had 200 hits in a season, and he never reached 3,000 hits. The last switch-hitting American League MVP was Vida Blue. Prince Fielder has more career inside-the-park home runs than Ricky Henderson. The Oakland A's drafted 2 guys named Max Muncy, one in 2012 and the other in 2021. If that's not strange enough, they were both born on August 25th. Joe Carter ended 2 World Series in a row, one by a putout and the other by a walk-off. Adam Dunn has a higher career on-base percentage than Ichiro.
So it says here that you hit your husband with a chair? Why'd you hit him with the chair? Because I couldn't lift the table.
To take away Ruth's record, his single-season record, was to take away something that was held so close to the hearts of the baseball establishment that they couldn't see doing it. Nonetheless, Roger Maris did it. He did hit 61 home runs, and the fact that it took 162 games, well, he also did it having to play at night, having to bat against the screwball, having to travel to the West Coast for games, and to do it all with a parade, a mob of reporters following him around. I think it's unfair.
It would have been a hell of a lot more fun if I had never hit those 61 home runs, he told a friend toward the end of his life. All it brought me was headaches. Another of Babe Ruth's records was broken that year. Yankee Whitey Ford pitched his 32nd consecutive scoreless World Series inning, surpassing a mark set by Ruth in 1916 when he was a pitcher with the Boston Red Sox. It was, Whitey Ford said, a tough year for the Babe.
Welcome back. Atlanta Braves lead this one 1-0. Matt Olson flashing the leather to end the inning. Line drive that would have been extra bases. May have even been a run with JP at first. First pitch to Austin Riley off that 0-1. Swing and a miss, four-seam fastball. It's 0-2. The 0-2 count. No, he's not on the IL. Kicks and fires. Swing, rips it. High and deep into left field. Get up over the head. No! Randy Arozarena will make the catch, slamming into the wall in right field, one away. Riley, good hit ball there. I know we're disappointed that he didn't get a base hit, but that was a good smack. That was also a bad pitch. Logan Gilbert got that one back. I'll say this. When Riley's swinging the bat well, that pitch is gone. That pitch was about letter high right in his wheelhouse. Righty lefty, and the Yaz comes to the plate. First pitch swinging, rips it into right field. That's down for a base hit. And Yahtzee, baby, the Yaz getting on board, making it do what it do here on a Monday night in Seattle.
That's it. Yes, put everything on it. Don't hold back anything. Yabba, dabba, go. Yahoo!
Sean Murphy standing in, first time in a long time. He'll take the first pitch right there. For a strike, it's 0-1. Sean, I feel so bad for Sean Murphy because you know he has got egg on his face. From getting the 2 as the 0-1 check swing go down the line. He did not go around 1-1. So a 1-1 count. Kicks and fires. Swing. Hard hit ball over to third. And that's going to be a 5-4-3 double play. That'll end the inning. Well, some things never change. We'll be back in a flash. Sean Murphy knocks into a double knocker. We'll be back. Braves lead it 1-0.
So when I was young, I was hella poor, okay? But after years of hard work, I'm no longer young.
I would rather in my hands and clap.
One time, I was at work and we had a new employee, and a couple months later, she added me on Facebook and she came up to me and she said, "Hey, I just realized you're actually kind of not ugly because you wear makeup in your pictures on Facebook." I think about that till this day.
You know, if you ever met me, you'd think I was on medication. But if you ever got to know me, you'd wonder why I'm not.
Who knew that so much of adulting would be spent trying to keep yourself awake during the day and then also trying to get yourself to sleep during the night, all while just slowly getting worse at both?
Paralysis by analysis is such a great way to sum up Mike Schmidt's mentality and, as he called himself, a head case. Paralysis by overanalyzing to a point where you can't perform. You can't get the job done.
And that's the one thing I used to talk to Mike about all the time when he would start thinking about his hitting and all, about not to get too deep with it, just trust his work and his talent.
We're playing at Wrigley Field, and the wind, it had to be blowing 45 miles an hour, blowing out. And he's talking with Danny Ozark. And he says, "Hey, Danny," he says, "don't be afraid to put a hit and run on with me today because it makes me stay in and hit the ball the other way." And I turned around and I said, "Mike, do you see that flag out there? You can hit a ball off your knuckles and it's going to go out. You got to pick another ballpark for a hit and run." As it turned out, he ended up hitting, I think he hit 3 home runs that day. But you're talking about overanalyzing and swinging everything. He felt he needed something to get him motivated and get going.
Please like and subscribe today. YouTube.com/@BravesCountry. Welcome back. J.R. Ritchie goes back to work. 1-0 our score. The first pitch on the way is upstairs. For a ball, it's 1-0. You're just joining a solo shot by Drake Baldwin to start the game off. Gave the Braves the lead, the 1-0. Sinker just misses, 2-0. Braves are out of ABS challenges. Sean Murphy in the first inning blew them both, and they weren't particularly close. The first one wasn't too bad, the 2-0. Swing, chops it, front of the mound. JR's got to hurry, fires it to first. That's going to be close. He's going to be safe. Beats it out. Good hustle by Randy Arozarena. And there's one on and nobody out. Just a rolling bunt, essentially. And it was in between home and third towards the pitcher's mound. JR was really the only one who had a chance. They're showing the replay. It looks like he beat it. Yeah, he did. Beat it by, we'll say, an eighth of a step. First pitch is a four-seamer inside for a ball. It's 1-0. Swing and a miss. 1-1. The 1-1 count. Runner at first, nobody out. Braves got out of the jam in the first inning. Hard hit ball that was smoked down the first base line, but Matt Olson made a great stabbing catch and tagged the bag all in one motion. The 1-1 swing and a miss. Change up. It's 1-2. Hope you're enjoying your Monday night here in Braves Country. Appreciate you tuning in. The 1-2. Richie looking into Murph. The wind up to pitch. Change up. 2-2. Two count. Check swing. They're going to go down the third base line, and he got him. Strike three. Canzoni can't believe it. I'd have to see the replay on down the line. Right now, I've only seen the replay in front. Here we go. It's not a great angle. I'm waiting for them to show it on the Braves vision. One on, one out as Richie fires it over to first real quick to keep Arozarena close by. We'll pull this screen back so you can keep an eye on the base runner. They didn't do a very good job over on Braves Vision showing it, so we'll have to go with the fact that the guy got it right. Curveball down and in for a ball. It's 1-0. The third base umpire, Ryan Wills. We haven't seen him a ton. But he's in here with Barksdale and Little. We have seen him quite a bit. Seen them quite a bit, excuse me. 1-0 count. Brings it. Curveball down and in. Ball 2-0. Braves lead it 1-0. Bottom of the second. Runner at first, one out. The 2-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. 2-1. If you remember when Murphy came off the IL last year, and he was on fire. He had like a great first game. He had everything was coming up roses. It's kind of the exact opposite to start off this game. The 2-1 pitch. Swing. Lifts it down the line. Foul. 2-2. The 2-2. Outside wide. Here comes the throw down to second base. Man, that's a good throw. And a great tag, by the way, by Jorge Mateo. They're calling him safe, but Mateo wants him to take a look at it. He believes that they hit his foot, but was the hand on the back. We haven't gotten a good replay yet. Here we go. That's going to be a tough replay. I don't know if they'll do that. We'd have to see a much higher view. So it doesn't look like they're going to challenge it. They are not. The payoff pitch from Richie. Check swing. They check down the third base line. He did not go. Ball 4. So Richie has runners on first and second. He's walked 2 and struck out 1 so far. Cole Young is coming to the plate. Double play can get us out of the jam. Braves lead by 1. And time is called. Sean Murphy wants to go out there and talk to Richie. Probably going over the scouting report, and now that they've got the runners at first and second, he's going to try to find something to get him out of the inning, preferably a double play. J.R. Ritchie throws a four-seamer, a curveball, a change, a sinker. As the first pitch is the four-seamer, pops it up. High in the sky, but not very deep. Mateo's underneath it. He'll flip it into the infield. And there's 2 down. Rosarena fakes like he's going to go to third, but no real chance. JR throws the four-seamer 30% of the time, the curve 26, changeup 16, sinker 12, and the slider 10% of the time. He'll try to keep you off balance with the 6th pitch, throwing the cutter 5% of the time. So he is a kitchen sinker, as I like to call him. He'll throw everything but the kitchen sink at you. First pitch to Garver is curveball inside. It's 0-1. Cal Raleigh getting the night off tonight. Raleigh off to a slow start at just batting 186, but he does have 7 home runs. He's heated up a little bit recently. The 0-1 outside wide, 1-1. He was ice cold to start the... Doesn't look like he's even in uniform. He might have a jacket on over his jersey. The 1-1 swing and a miss, 1-2. I think he does. I think he's got one of those warm-up type deals. So 1-2 count. Runners at first, and there's 2 outs. Garver at the plate, batting 200. On deck is the number 9 hitter, Rivas. JR kicks and fires, swing. Bangs it down the third base line. 1-2. The 1-2. Misses high four-seamer. 2-2. The 2-2. Oh, just so close. Change it. Looks like it probably missed. Let me see. They're showing a replay on the... No, that thing would have touched the zone. Sean Murphy's wishing he had that one. Had that challenge. The payoff pitch. Runners will be on the go. Winds up and fires. Swing! That ball's lifted high. Deep into left field. But underneath it will be the Yaz, and that'll end the inning. So a great job by JR to get out of the jam. We'll be back in a flash here on Braves Country Radio.
This is the best tip for saving money as an adult.
Lay the down and try not to move.
Hey, can somebody explain to me how I can still remember my childhood phone number but can't remember my Gmail password to save my life?
Say the weird thing.
All the vowels in Celine Dion's name are the same vowels you sing in Old MacDonald in the correct order. I know this, and now you know this too.
So parenting is a whole lot like pancakes. For the most part, they're going to turn out fine, but you should probably apologize to the first one.
Hey, y'all kids got it made today.
Y'all slides is made out of plastic. Ours is made out of aluminum foil and platinum. Real talk, the younger generation, y'all take a walk in our shoes. Imagine sliding down this slide with shorts on in the middle of the day. Ew, he left his ass up there. You ever got to the bottom of this slide and shock somebody and they cry and go tell the teacher? Now you gotta sit down in ISS for no reason. Talk about you go too fast with the wrong kind of clothes, the back of your leg look like baked chicken. It had to been the most dangerous thing on the playground. We used to try to show off in front of the girls to run up this slide. Tell one of my classmates try to run up with some slippery shoes and he left his face on them. This ain't nothing but a big spoon.
Commissioner Ford Frick was alarmed by all the big hitting that year. The Yankees had slugged an all-time record 240 home runs, and now he overreacted. He convinced the club owners to widen the strike zone to ensure that home runs did not come too cheaply. The result would be a golden age for pitchers.
Oh, a genius. Perhaps the only pitcher I have ever seen, and certainly broadcast, where after one batter, I would think he might pitch a no-hitter tonight. The only one. He was the only one who would go out to warm up, and he would get applause similar to a symphony conductor who had just walked on stage. It was such respect as well as admiration. I don't think we'll see his likes for a long time.
His name was Sandy Koufax.
Welcome back to Braves Country Radio. Everybody in the baseball world remembering John Sterling, the great John Sterling, broadcasted for TBS, Braves and Atlanta Hawks baseball in the 1980s, but he's more well known for his calls of the New York Yankee games for about 25 years. He did not miss a game. His famous, "The Yankees win." First pitch on the way from Logan Gilbert is a four-seam fastball to the Book of Eli. It's 1-0. Righty-righty matchup. It'll be Eli, Mateo, and Drake, the 1-0. Turns and kicks, swing and a miss, four-seamer, 1-1. So a 1-1 count.
What's for dinner? Hey, Chef, what's for dinner?
What's everybody munching on tonight? First pitch on that 1-1 is swung on. That ball's bullet over there to third base. Diving stab over there by the third baseman. Great play by Rivas. Leaps to his feet, fires it to first, and there's one down. That's a hard hit ball. That's one of those ones that's legit. You know, we talk about all the time how the analytics will tell you that so-and-so has a hard hit tonight, and da-da-da-da-da, hard hit ball. And if it's right in the teeth of the defense, it's hard to buy it if you're actually watching the game. But that one there, that took a great play to rob the base hit. First pitch is upstairs slider. It's 0-1. The majority of your analytics is done computerized, so they're looking at sheets that's telling you how hard the ball is hit. What they really need is a statistic that tells you he was robbed and how many of those he's got. The splitter, swing and a miss, it's 0-2. Ashley's drinking water. Peter's got Subway kicking, pulled pork sandwich from Brian, corn dogs from Sonic. I forgot they had corn dogs. Steak and potatoes. The 0-2 pitch, swing, rolls it over towards short. Going to have to hurry, but Mateo can bring it, and he'll head on down to first, beat out the throw. Great.
I feel the need for speed.
Great hustle by Mateo. I think J.P. Crawford was not ready for that infield hit because when he scooped it up, he kind of corralled it and then took his time letting go of the ball. I don't think he realized Mateo's as fast as he was. If he did, you would know you would have to pretty much barehand that and bring it all in one motion. First pitch on the way to Drake Baldwin. Misses high and out of the zone. It's 1-0. If he doesn't know he's fast, better act somebody. 1-0. Steak and shake from Big Truck. Pitches outside. There goes the runner, and down to first, second base. Going to be close. Is he there? They're going to say he's safe. We'll take it. It is a very close play. This was a football game. You'd be hurrying to the line to snap the ball because you don't want anyone challenging it. You're going to see if they are going to challenge it. So few of these are challenged nowadays. To me, if I'm Seattle, I probably do, but let's hope they don't. It is so close. It's 2 plays tonight now that you can. They are not going to challenge it, so the 2-0 to Drake, who hit a solo shot if you're just joining us. 2-0 misses high, ball 3-0. Drake Baldwin smacked his 9th home run of the year, and he clocked it. What was it, 426, I believe? The 3-0. Swing. Rifles the four-seamer foul, 3-1. Ozzie Albies standing on deck, which means Matt Olson's in the hole tonight. Dubon, if they keep the line moving. Braves lead it 1-0. This is a park, and this is a team that you would expect a low-scoring game. 3-1, right there for a strike, full count. So it would be huge to get J.R. Ritchie an early lead larger than a run. The 3-2 count. Meatball hoagie for Mark. Catfish hush puppies. Crinkly fries from Jason. Pub sub. I had one of those today. Steamed. Did the I hadn't had it in a while, but did the Philly from there, the payoff pitch. Swing! That ball is blasted down the right field line, hook and foul. Long 3-2 foul. We'll do it again. That one hung a little more, but that looked like the same pitch that he rocked out of the building. I think Gilbert's going to give up on that one, especially to the Drake, the payoff pitch. Down and in, ball 4. So he'll head on down to first, and the Drake works his way aboard, and we've got runners on first and second. 1 out, and Ozzie Albies coming to the plate. I'm so glad that they put Drake on the leadoff spot. Yesterday when Acuna went on the IL and I saw that they had Mauricio Dubon, I didn't hate it, but my first thought was, why is Drake not leading off? I mean, he's the best overall all-around hitter on this team. Get him the most at-bats you can. First pitch to Ozzie Albies is swung on and lifted. High and deep into left field. Get up, get back. Making the leap and catch at the wall is Randy Arozarena. 2 down. He robbed extra bases from Ozzie Albies. That was at the top of his jump. I think he thought he was at the wall because when he leaped for it, he stumbled in to the wall. He probably still had about a foot or so. But Ozzie gave that one a ride. Ball's carrying early on here. The roof is open. Grilled cheese Sammy and tomato soup from Marguerite. I don't know what y'all are talking about. Chocolate milk. Pete is digging in. She's not giving that up. Runners on the corners, 2 outs. First pitch to Matt Olson's a curveball in the dirt. It's 1-0. Whataburger, cheeseburger, and chocolate shake from D. Chocolate milk. So Ashley's changed that up from water to chocolate milk. Were you lying the first time? Or did you go to the kitchen and get one? The 1-0. Outside wide, 2-0. Grilled pork chops and baked beans from Raymond. Uncle Lou's Barbecue, M3. Sausage and kraut and onion rings from Hanging. The 2-0 pitch. Swing. Rifles it back foul, 2-1. Fancy chocolate milk from Peter. Chicken parm from Max. Baked chicken mushrooms and cream sauce noodles from YouTube handle. The 2-1, changeup misses down and in, 3-1. By the way, Gilbert's at 40 pitches. He's still in pretty good shape as far as that's concerned. 3-1 count, Dubon on deck, and he could be pitching around, to be honest with you. The 3-1. Misses high, ball 4. That was close. Doesn't look like they're going to challenge. Yeah, that did hit the side of the zone, but barely. Wasn't a terrible call by home plate umpire, but he's definitely pinching the zone tonight. Pub subs are elite. I don't care what you say. M3, you can sell that to somebody else. They're going to have a quick mound visit from Garver. Chicken fries from Sean. If you get the right bread, I always get that newer, I can't even remember what they're calling it, but the softer bread. They do have a couple of versions that, I mean, it takes a couple of bricks to beat the bread to death. Bases loaded, 2 outs. First pitch upstairs to Mauricio Dubon. It's 1-0. Dubon swung at the second pitch of the at-bat his first time up. Might have chased one. It was a fly ball to center field. The 1-0. Swing, hits it hard, but right at Arozarena into left. Pretty good swing, but an atom ball. We'll be back in just a moment. It is 1-0 good guys. We go to the bottom of the third.
Afternoon, everybody. What a day. I use a drink. Nothing like a cold one after a long day, huh?
So, how much do you drink?
I think I'm good for about 10 or 12.
10 or 12 a week? That's not bad.
Well, a week.
You drink 10 or 12 beers a day?
You counting beers, too?
How reckless of me. I made you all wet.
Yes, but my martini's still dry.
She turned out to be a part-time model and a full-time pickpocket. Oh, yeah. I've been known to drink a beer or two. But then again, I've been known to do a lot of things.
You drinking anymore? Oh, me? No, I quit drinking, dude.
You never gonna drink again?
Nope.
You wanna stop at the bar by the Chinese restaurant? Just get a quick shot, me and you, and then we'll go? Yeah, the bar they got in the back.
Oh, the Chinese bar? Okay. What's shaking?
All 4 cheeks and a couple of chins.
I thought you said they didn't have alcohol.
Run back to your mix master. Cook up a few more of these.
Cigarette?
No, I never touch them.
Yeah. I suck them down like Coca-Cola.
I expose people to magic. I expose them to something they're never otherwise going to see in their boring, normal lives. And I gave that to them. I may forget about them tomorrow, but they'll live with that memory for the rest of their lives. And that's a gift, man.
One of the women said that she was afraid she might OD.
I thought that was a limit drop. I didn't think it was tequila.
What's that got to do with me?
You and me are gonna have a small talk later on.
I'll be busy thinking up things to say.
Doesn't your wife ever complain that you never spend any time with her?
Would you? Could you keep it down to a low roar? Some of us have to work.
Put that money down, pal.
Yeah, I'll be ready.
There goes the 2 weeks at camp I promised the kids this summer.
My birthday, give me a beer, stick a candle in it, and I'll blow out my liver.
Here's to feeling good all the time.
Perfect. Cheers.
Cheers.
This crowd's back into it now.
Welcome back. What is on tap, y'all? Tell us what you're drinking out there, even if it's water. First pitch on the way. J.R. Ritchie to start the bottom of the third. Braves lead at 1-0. Four-seam fastball. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Brings it. Just below the knee sinker. 1-1. It's not giving that low sinker, that low pitch. We are out of ABS challenges if you're just tuning in. Lost them both in the bottom of the first, the 1-1. Right there, beautiful curveball, 1-2. One-two count. Ritchie so far 2 strikeouts. 2 walks. He has given up a hit. The 1-2 to Rivas. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and 1 away. Good pitch. Man, when he's got that curveball, we're just getting to know Ritchie, but when he's got that curveball working, thing just kind of drops up and sinks down. It's more of a, it's not quite a 12-6, and I really wouldn't call it a 10-4. It's really more of like an 11-5 type curveball. The first pitch is a curve right there for a strike to J.P. Crawford, who walked his first time up. It's 0-1. But it's almost a Bugs Bunny type curveball where it just sits there and then drops down. The 0-1. Slider misses high, 1-1. San Francisco leads San Diego. It is 2-1 in the bottom of the third. White Sox lead the Angels 2-0 in the bottom of the third. The 1-1 fouls it away. It's 1-2. So 1-2 count. Inside. 2-2. Pitch on the way, lifts it high and deep into left field. Yaz has room. He'll make the catch before the warning track. 2 down. Dr. Enough. Why do I know that drink, AP? Is that a, for some reason, is that a generic Dr. Pepper that you get in like Kroger? Voodoo Ranger, vodka, Pepsi, Mount Valley Spring Water, Ambien and Mountain Dew, milk and cookies from Bills fan. The first pitch is a strike to Julio Rodriguez. It's 0-1. Straighten this thing out. It keeps twisting. The 0-1. Chopper over to Riley. He'll fire to first, and the Mariners go down quietly. 1-2-3. We'll be back in a flash here on Braves Country. Riley leads us off when we return.
Oh, man, you Mike, don't shut up. Oh, you shut your ass up. Let's go.
Lesbians. While often lumped together, gay men and lesbians have less in common than one might think. I am so sorry we have to meet like this, but I'm sure you can understand as parents the instinct to protect your child.
Yeah, it's what makes me want to punch you in the neck right now.
Enough. I want you and your kids to have a family play date. Maybe if the 4 of you can get along, you can set a better example for your children.
I think that's a wonderful idea.
Fine. We'll host, obviously.
Obviously?
Well, I assume you have an unfinished woodworking project at your house.
You've got a lot of nerve.
And you've got half a canoe in our living room.
I look forward to your frittata.
Oh, why? Are you visiting us in 2008?
He took the game so seriously. It was almost tunnel vision, so that he had to tune out me, the fans, everything, in order for him to be as good as he felt he should be.
In my opinion, paralysis from analysis, I think analysis and adjustments and the thinking that I did, I think allowed me to become the player that I became. The last half of the season in 1975, I got really hot, and I did hit enough home runs to lead the league. My RBIs were down into the 90s, I believe. That's a pretty good feat in itself.
The following year, Schmidt again got off to a slow start at the plate. This time, it would be veteran teammate Dick Allen who helped him come out of it.
I had been in a really cold spell. It was in mid-April, so fairly early in the season. And Dick Allen, he kept me back in the clubhouse as the team went on the field. And Dick told me, let's have some fun out there. Let's smile more. Let's try to relax. You know, it's just a game. Surely I didn't play the game with that kind of an attitude until that day. I went out there and I hit a home run. And then I hit a home run. And then I hit a home run. And then I hit a home run.
Here's Mike Smith. Don't tell me. Don't tell me. And Mike Smith has drilled his 4th straight home run.
Your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. Austin Riley to the plate. First pitch on the way is a slider. Just misses. Called for a strike. It's 0-1. It'll be Riley, Yaz, and the Smurf due up in this inning. The 0-1 down and in. You go around. They check down the first base line. Will Little says no dice. 1-1. So the 5, 6, 7 batters due up. The 1-1 pitch. Swing. Pops it up. A little behind that four-seamer. It'll die in the glove into right field. Luke Raley on it. F9. 1 away. He's given a couple of pitches from Gilbert a ride. Might come through that third time through. Mike Yastrzemski comes to the plate. The Yaz takes the first pitch, four-seam fastball. It's 0-1. I honestly think that deal was Smurf. The first one, he just missed. And the competitive juices get you in, and you want to get one right. And then he reached for that second one. Is the 0-1 right there? It's 0-2. No 2 count. Sean Murphy's in midseason form. He's missed 2 challenges, and he grounded into a double play to end the inning his first time up. The 0-2 to the Yaz. Turns and kicks. Outside wide, 1-2. Your out-of-town scoreboard looks like this. As we go around the league, they're in Chicago, Illinois in the 7th, and the Cubs and Reds are tied at 3. St. Louis, Missouri, the Cardinals 6-3 over the Brewers in the 9th as the pitch to the Yaz is dragged over towards second base. It'll be 4-3, 2 down. White Sox 2-0 over the Angels in Anaheim. They're in Houston, Texas, and the Dodgers are all over the Astros 8-3 in the 8th. Giants 2-1 over the Padres in San Francisco. Earlier today, Mets over the Rockies 4-2. Rockies have now lost 5 in a row. Red Sox beat the Tigers 5-4. Both those games were started early because of weather. First pitch to Murphy's right there, first strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1 after that slider. Yankees pounded the Orioles 12-1. The 0-1 swing and a miss. It's 0-2. Royals 6-2 over the Guardians. And actually that game I just mentioned a second ago just went final. Cardinals 6-3 over the Brew Crew. And that's your out-of-town scoreboard. So an 0-2 to Murphy. He's gone slider splitter both inside to him. The pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Chase one out of the zone, and that'll end the inning. So the Braves go down in order. We go to the bottom of the 4th, leading by 1.
Hey, does anybody else get road rage walking behind people? Or is it just me?
This is the career of Dave Winfield. He didn't reach his full height of 6 feet 6 inches until his senior year of high school. Most people know him as an outfielder, but in 1973 he was named All-American and voted MVP of the College World Series as a pitcher. Not only was he drafted 4th overall by the Padres, he was also drafted by the Atlanta Hawks, the Utah Stars, and the Minnesota Vikings. After being drafted, he was immediately placed in the San Diego Padres starting lineup. He never played a game in the minor leagues. In 1977, he appeared in his first All-Star game at Yankee Stadium. From 1982 to 1988, he drove in 744 runs and made the All-Star team every season. After signing with the Blue Jays, he became the 3rd oldest player to hit an extra base hit in the World Series at the age of 41. Next, he spent time with the Minnesota Twins, where he collected his 3,000th hit. He had a cannon for an arm, and no one dared run on him. This is evident by his 7 Gold Glove awards, 2 as a left fielder, and 5 as a right fielder. In 2001, he was elected to the Baseball Hall of Fame. He holds the distinction of being the first player to go in as a Padre. And don't forget, he wasn't afraid to charge the mound against Nolan Ryan.
I swear, if I could go back in time and tell the woman that stood up for our right to work, I would.
Born and raised in a Jewish neighborhood in Brooklyn, he hadn't planned on being a ball player. In fact, he didn't really like the game that much. He liked basketball instead and wanted to be an architect. But the speed with which he threw a baseball attracted the attention of scouts for the Brooklyn Dodgers. They signed him at the age of 19 and sent him directly to the majors. His career did not get off to a promising start. For 6 frustrating years, he threw the ball with demon speed but little control, losing more games than he won. Then, in 1961, Norm Sherry, a veteran catcher, quietly told him he didn't need to throw so hard to get men out.
Welcome back. First pitch on the way is a righty-lefty matchup, and it's curveball for a strike. It's 1-0. Naylor, Arozarena, and Canzone do up here in the inning. Braves lead it 1-0. We're in the bottom of the 4th. The 1-0. Cutter. Check swing, did not go around. 2-0. The 2-0 count. There. The 2-0. Ritchie bringing it. Swing, rips it into right field. That's down for a base hit. And it's a leadoff single for the Seattle Mariners. Y'all talking about the options to drop. Azekar was never going to be dropped. You can put that to bed. They have to have depth in the outfield. You going to put Sean Murphy out there playing center? Or Jonah Heim? People think this is a video game. You can just, we'll just put him out there. Righty-righty matchup. First pitch on the way is a sinker. Bangs it down the line. Foul. It's 0-1. So you have to have at least one backup outfielder, which is what the Braves are carrying right now. If Acuna is healthy, there's probably a better chance that we would have kept Heim. I just believe that's why they ended up dropping Heim. Is the 0-1 pitch, swing, chops it on the ground over to Riley. He's got a 5-4-3 double play. Rosarena just kind of jogging down first, so they had plenty of time to turn that one. Pretty hard hit ball. It was right to Riley. But so what you have on your bench right now, if you realize that Smurf is behind the plate and Drake is your designated hitter, that's going to be very common who your starting lineup is tonight. Who you have on the bench is Azekar, and he's just a backup outfielder basically to play against left-handers and to pinch run. Is the sinker right there for a strike. It's 0-1. Harris, they have him out of the lineup tonight, and that's a little concerning as the 0-1 swing. Slaps it into the hole, and it's going to be a single for the Seattle Mariners. With 2 down. You would have thought with the right-hander on that they would have had Michael Harris in the lineup tonight. But it may have just been a situation where they really wanted to get Smurf in the game and they didn't want to bench Drake, which is fine. But if Michael Harris is the curveball down and in, you go around, you do not, it's 1-0. So let's say everybody's healthy and you've got Harris and you've got Acuna. You would have had a little more depth to be able to carry 3 catchers, especially when 2 of them are going to be constantly in the lineup. I would have dropped Farmer, but I understand why they didn't. The 1-0. Swing and a miss. 1-1. I'd say if you got to get behind closed doors to listen to them, they would tell you the reason why they held Farmer is because he's a better hitter and they envision him pinch hitting more than they envision. Is the 1-1 pitch, swing, pops it up high in the sky, and calling off everybody is Dubon in center field, and that'll end the inning. But the short of it is they expect to use Farmer more on the pinch hitting role than they do Jonah Heim as the third string catcher. We'll be back in a flash. Braves lead it by 1.
So this guy named Marco finally talks his wife into going to Marathon, Florida on a fishing trip for their 20th anniversary. This is the last thing that she wants to do for a wedding anniversary because she's over the whole fishing hobby. But she says, okay. So he's out grabbing bait at the bait store when he gets accosted by this particularly shabby homeless man who says to him, "Sir, can I please have $10 to buy some food? I'm starving." He takes one look at him and he says, "You gonna buy beer with this $10? He says, no, sir, I gave up drinking years ago." "You gonna buy bait with this?" He goes, "No, sir, I don't have time to fish anymore. I'm just trying to stay alive." And he goes, "Are you gonna buy hunting gear with this?" He goes, "Sir, I'm in Marathon, Florida. Where would I even hunt? No, I just want to get a burger." So he looks at him and he goes, "I'm gonna do one better for you. I'm going to bring you home with me, and you're going out to a fancy dinner with me and my wife tonight." And he goes, "Sir, won't your wife be furious about this?" He goes, Yeah, she will, but I think it is really, really important that she see what happens to a man who gives up drinking, hunting, and fishing.
Mike Smith has drilled his fourth straight home run.
That turned out to be one hell of a day for me. And in terms of the Phillies, I think we won like 50 out of the next 63 ball games from that day on in 1976.
He'd go on to have another all-star season, and the Phillies would stay hot all summer long, looking to reach the postseason for the first time since the 1950 Whiz Kids. They had a 15-game lead at the end of August, but a slump shrunk it to just 3 by the middle of September. That slump agitated the fans, and no one was free from their wrath.
I remember one time someone was behind me and saying, "That Schmidt's wife, boy, is she ugly." And I do believe at that time I was pregnant, which is like hormones are an all-time high. I mean, people are very cruel when they want to be.
Welcome back. Eli White leads us off. The first pitch is a ball down and in, slider misses. It's 1-0. The 1-0. Righty. Logan Gilbert kicks and fires. Swing and a miss. 1-1. Both of these guys are wearing their socks high. I love the old school look of that. Speaking of old school look, Eli White still rocking the porn stash. The 1-1 pitch. Turns and kicks. Swing. Hits it hard on the ground. Backhanded over there by Rivas. He'll flip it to first. Good play. I'll tell you what, that kid's made 2 really good plays over there. One away. He has robbed extra bases from Eli, and earlier he made a diving stop the other direction. Jorge Mateo will come to the plate. First pitch, swing, fouls it straight back. It's 0-1. 95 miles an hour. 1-0 your score, top of the 5th. Taking the 5th coming up here on the next break. Meant to do it last break, and then by the time I got to the bite, it was too late. The 0-1 swing and a miss. It's 0-2. 0-2 count. Standing on deck is Drake. He hit a solo shot his first time up, giving the Braves the 1-0 lead. The 0-2 from Gilbert. In the dirt, bounces the splitter away. Infield back and to the left. Jorge Mateo, 1 for 1 on the day with an infield single. It's a slow roller up the middle, and J.P. Crawford just didn't hurry, is basically what it came down to. I think he was surprised by Mateo's speed. The 1-2 pitch. In the dirt, 2-2. 2 splitters in a row, banging just past the plate and rolling away. That was pitch number 60 for Gilbert. The 2-2. Brings it. Swing, rolls it over to third, and Rivas has it. He'll fire it to first, and that's a 5-3, 1 down. 1 run, 3 hits, no errors for Atlanta. No runs, 3 hits, no errors for Seattle. Drake Baldwin coming to the plate. He is walked, and, of course, the solo shot. Righty-lefty matchup. The first pitch is a curveball. 1-0. Gilbert, 3 strikeouts so far. Ritchie with 2. They've both walked 2. Both giving up 3 hits. Of course, the big hit was the one by the Drake standing at the plate. It gave us the lead. The 1-0 pitch. Check swing, slider down and in, 2-0. Two-0 count. I like what Mitch Garver did there. The catcher of the Mariners, the 2-0 swing and a miss, 2-1. It wasn't much of a check swing, but it was kind of like a mini half swing that Drake did on that second pitch. And so many of these catchers nowadays, they will challenge anything down the line, and I think it drives the third and first baseman umpires nutty. And eventually, they just are going to kind of teach you a lesson. You're much better to wait until you really think he might have went around. The 2-1 swing, lifts it into center field. Underneath it is Julio, and he's down in the schoolyard making the catch. Braves go down in order once again. Fast-moving game. Go to the bottom of the 5th. Time to take the 5th here in Braves country.
Fat, drunk, and stupid is no way to go through life, son.
The faces from the past. You've walked past them many times. I don't think you've really looked at them. Go on, lean in. If you listen real close, you can hear them whisper their legacy to you. Listen, you hear it? Seize the day, boys.
Hello.
The world ain't all sunshine and rainbows.
She did not drink the vodka. Because I drank the vodka.
Objection!
Please be seated, sir. This is not a courtroom.
Well, I object anyway!
October 11th.
October 11th, October 12th, and 13th, and 14th. I drank all of those days. I drank. I'm drunk now.
I'd rather fight beside you than any army of thousands.
Then take it! It's yours!
Tonight, we are the greatest team in the world. And you were meant to be here tonight. This is your time. Their time is done. It's over. Screw them.
You guys tired?
Go get all the sleep I need and I'm dead.
Forget about the crowds, their fancy uniforms, and remember what got you here. Focus on the fundamentals. We've gone over time and time again.
You damn dirty son of a...
I wouldn't make it a habit calling me that, son.
I want you to remember that no bastard ever won it by dying. You won it by making the other poor dumb bastard die.
Well, that was pleasant. Nice of him to stop by, don't you think?
And shepherds we shall be, clean, my lord, clean. Power hath descended forth from thy hand, swiftly carry out thy command.
And this crowd's back into it now.
We gotta do something. Absolutely. You know what we gotta do? Toga party.
We can't afford to have a toga party.
Toga! 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 Toga!
Okay? All right! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Let me hear it! Let me hear it! Let me hear it!
Welcome back. First pitch from J.R. Ritchie. A little bit off the plate. Start off the at-bat to Cole Young. 1-0 righty-lefty matchup. The 1-0 cutter misses inside, 2-0. Young, Garver, and Rivas, the 7, 8, 9 hitters due up tonight. San Francisco still leads San Diego in Oracle Park. 2-1 in the 5th. 2-0. Fouled off, 2-1. White Sox 5-0 in Anaheim over the Angels there in the 5th. The 2-1 pitch, swing and a miss, 2-2. I just remembered Soriano was pitching tonight for the Angels. They must have got to him pretty early. Two count. Turns and kicks. Swing, chopper over to first, and Olsen will step on the bag. 1 away. Soriano having a pretty good year. Let's see what they did to him tonight. Yeah, 5 runs, 4 innings. Oof. 3 walks. White Sox. Hey, there's a Travis D'Arnaud sighting. He's actually in the lineup tonight. First pitch on the way is a sinker at the knees. It's 0-1. And he's got a base hit. How about that? It's time for him to hang it up and become a coach. Batting 161 on the year. The 0-1 pitch, swing. Chops it on the ground over to short. It's going to be a 6-3 put out, 2 down. J.R. Ritchie, his toughest inning was the second where he threw 22 pitches. Other than that, he's kept it pretty economical. He's at 63 with 2 outs here in the 5th. First pitch is a 4-seam fastball there for a strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1. 4-seam fastball, 0-2. Hey, good to see you, Goat. The 0-2 count. Just misses outside curveball, 1-2. The 1-2 pitch from JR. And hit by pitch. Got him with the curveball. So he'll head on down to first. And that'll flip the lineup over. Top of the order coming up. That is not the pitch you want to hit someone with, that soft curveball. Where to hit him at? Right on the shoe. So he'll gladly take that one. Crawford comes to the plate, first pitch swinging, and his helmet falls off. You see him picking something up off the ground there. That was his helmet that came off. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Ritchie turns and fires. 4-seam fastball misses high, 1-1. We're going to flip it over to first real quick to keep Rivas close by. He'll be back in plenty of time. The 1-1 pitch, swing, chops it foul. Runner was on the go. I think he had that thing stolen with ease. He had a huge jump on there. Welcome back, Goat.
We accept one of us. We accept one of us. Uber gobble, Uber gobble, Uber gobble. One of us.
We accept that one of us. We accept that one of us. Uber gobble, one of us. Uber gobble, one of us. Uber gobble. Shut up! Oh my God, I don't care.
The 1-2 is down and in. Ball 2-2-0. 2-2. So a 2-2 count, 2 outs. Runner at first.
Uber gobble, one of us.
The infield is back and to the right. There's a huge gap in between where short normally isn't the third base bag. The 2-2 pitch misses high. Full count. Julio Rodriguez standing on deck. Ritchie at 72 pitches. He's only struck out the 2. This be a great place to get number 3. The payoff pitch from JR. Swing, just got a piece of that. I mean, just. He hit maybe a stitch or two. He almost got that strikeout we were just talking about. I mean, that looked like a wiffle ball coming up there. Darting in and out and down and in. The payoff pitch, runner goes. Check swing. Did he go around? They checked down the line. Did he? He did not. Did not get the call. And 2 on, 2 out. Julio Rodriguez coming to the plate. You wonder if you might get a mound visit here. Smurf is coming out there. Will Hefner come out there as well? Doesn't appear Hef's coming out. Looks like it was just a quick mound visit by Sean Murphy. You're just joining us, Sean Murphy, back from the IL tonight. They DFA'd Jonah Heim. That's been the big debate tonight all over Braves country on who you would have DFA'd. My choice would have been Farmer, but I understood that Jonah Heim. I hate not having that third catcher when we're going to have Baldwin DHing a ton. First pitch to Julio Rodriguez, down and away for a ball. It's 1-0. 1-0. Turns and kicks. Curveball way outside wide. Ball 2-0. So a 2-0 count. Braves lead just 1-0. We're in the 5th inning. Richie brings it. Just misses the top of the corner. Man, he is calling it tight tonight. We're out of ABS challenges. Lost both of them in the first inning. Sean Murphy was within like 3 pitches. He challenged 2 pitches out of 3 and lost them both to 3-0. Misses high ball 4, and J.R. Ritchie loads the bases with his 4th walk of the night. You would think if anything was going to get Hefner out there on the mound, this would be it, but I guess they're not going to do it. So they're going to watch him twist in the wind, and this is a tough at bat. Josh Naylor coming to the plate. Righty-lefty matchup. First pitch on the way. Bender, curveball, misses down and in. It's 1-0. The 1-0. Brings it. Swing, fouls it back. 1-1. The 1-1 count. Swing, chops it over towards first, and it's a G3 in your scorecard as Matt Olson steps on the pillow. We dodge a major bullet. 1-0 your score. J.R. Ritchie pitching through danger. We'll be back in a flash. 6th inning we go.
When people say they don't like me, I put on glasses to see if I give a
So Dale Murphy bats. He ripped a double to right center his first time. 2-1 Atlanta in the 3rd inning. Deep right field for Murphy. Strawberry has gone as far as he can go, and it's out of here. Dale Murphy.
Murphy at first. Murphy drives it. Deep left field. You can kiss this one goodbye. How far will it go? Murphy is at 2 today. 11-1 now, and there won't be 37,000 fans here when this inning is over.
Why do you call petrol gas when it is literally a liquid?
So you don't like us calling petrol gas, huh? Remind me again, what do you guys call cigarettes?
Wait, in the Brits' defense, yeah? I've got nothing. In America, you would say, I'm going to smoke a cigarette. if, what we would say in the UK, I'm going to smoke, if you said that in America, woo! Chill out, America.
There were a lot of people in baseball who believed that Sandy Koufax would never be a major league pitcher. He had no control his first few years in the major leagues. He was getting nowhere at all. He was walking more people than he was striking out. And then suddenly, he found it. And when he found it, there was a period that ran from 1961 through 1966 in which he was as good as any pitcher in baseball history.
It's an unfair contest after they've been up to bat against him. And I remember more than once a batter being up there and looking at that terrific fastball, which always seemed to come up as it crossed the plate, and then shooting a lookout to Sandy and say, what was that? It was as if he'd thrown an Easter egg past him or something like that. It was something different. The game had been altered. And then he had that devastating curve. So the combination of those two, the batters felt absolutely helpless. And he was beautiful to watch because he bent his back in a way that other pitchers didn't. They had this enormous long hands and long arms. And there was a bow and arrow feeling about the way that he used his body.
First pitch to Ozzie Albies is a bender inside for a strike. It's 0-1. Righty-lefty matchup. Ozzie 0 for 2 on the day. Check swing, down and in. 1-1. Ozzie Albies put a couple of good swings on tonight. Just hasn't kept them fair, but he rocketed one last time up, the 1-1. Swing lifted. Going back on the track. Zip, boom, bam, it's gone. Ram-a-lamma, ding dong. Good God almighty, there's a party in here. The Braves lead it 2-0.
I'm the Wiz, I'm the Wiz, I'm the Wiz. I'm the Wiz and nobody beats me.
Ozzie Albies belts one into the right field seats. 414 happy feet later. And Matt Olson, the batter. Righty-lefty matchup. Olson takes the first pitch down and away. It's 1-0. Olson 0 for 1. He also walked earlier tonight. So a walk and a strikeout, the 1-0. Brings it. Just misses the edge. Ball 2-0. San Fran and San Diego still 2-1. They are in the sixth, top of the sixth in San Francisco. White Sox 5-0 over the Angels in the top of the sixth. The 2-0 swing, rock down the right field line, bangs it foul, cutter, 2-1. They're in the bottom of the eighth in Wrigley. Reds lead the Cubs 4-3. The Cubs have the bases loaded and 2 outs. They must have had a rain delay. It's pretty slow moving ball game. The 2-1. I know there's a lot of rain in that area of the country right now. The 2-1 pitch. Swing, lifts it high and deep into center field. Going back on the track. Zip, boom, bam, it's gone! Ram-a-lamma, ding-dong! Mighty smack over the track.
Hello from Plank Road Field. Smooth as it gets.
Ice House, always smooth, never watered down.
We must win today. Losing is not an option.
Hit them where they ain't. Well, they ain't hanging out behind the center field wall. That thing was golfed dead center. And your Atlanta Braves have 3 solo shots, and it's 3-0. Mauricio Dubon takes the first pitch, cutter at the knees. It's 1-0. 428 happy feet over the wall. Righty-righty matchup. The 0-1 from Gilbert. Swing, chops it foul. 0-2. The 0-2. Gilbert, pitch number 75. Swing, whistles it back to the backstop. 0-2 once again. If you're just joining us, the 1, 2, and 3 hitters tonight, all with solo shots. Drake to start the game, and then moments ago, Ozzie Albies, Matt Olson, back-to-back jacks as a splitter. Drills it over the pitcher's head, but it'll go right into the teeth of the defense. 1 down. If you're playing that honestly, that's going to be a single. But instead, speaking of someone who's put a wallop on one earlier, in his second at bat, he hit the ball pretty far. Austin Riley coming to the plate. Third time through the order, Austin Riley takes the first pitch, down and away. It's 1-0. We have yet to get healthy, but this offense reminds you somewhat of the 2023 Braves team. The Braves team in 2023 relied solely on the home run as the 1-0, swing and a miss, 1-1. But it reminds me in the fact that it doesn't matter how good the pitcher is, the Braves can get to him if they're hitting on all cylinders that night. And Logan Gilbert's a darn good pitcher. The 1-1, curveball down and away, ball 2, 2-1. So 2-1 count. What happened here? Pitch on the way, four-seam fastball. Swing! That ball is cranked! That ball is gone! Helter-skelter! Austin Riley cracks one over the left center field wall, and your Atlanta Braves with 3 blammies in 1 inning. It is 4-0. Good guys. The video skipped on me for a second. That's why I was like, what the heck happened here? Gilbert was in his windup. In the middle of the windup, the video skipped on me. The next thing I know, the ball was heading towards the left center field wall. I do apologize for that, but it's not like I got control over it. So 4-0 your score. Gilbert, who's been getting the ball up in this inning. And Mike Yastrzemski, the batter. There is a right-hander warming up in the pen for the Seattle Mariners. Gilbert kicks and fires. First pitch on the way is a slider at the knees. 0-1. Righty-lefty matchup. The 0-1. Swing, rolls it over towards first. That's going to be a 3-1 put out, and there's 2 down. Gilbert only with 82 pitches, but that's mainly because the Braves have hit these 3 home runs pretty quickly into the order. They haven't really making them work. They're just jumping on top of them. First pitch to Sean Murphy. Check swing. Did he go around? He did not. It's 1-0. 1-0. Braves lead it 4-0. Top of the 6th inning. The 1-0 pitch. Good cutter there on the inside track. 1-1. The 1-1. Inside slider. 2-1. So a 2-1 count. On deck is Eli. Mateo in the hole. There's 2 down. There's 3 across. The Braves lead it 4-0. The 2-1 pitch. Slider upstairs, 2-2. Two count. Brings it. Misses high, full count. They just showed Martin Perez in the off to the side. He is not wearing a jersey tonight. So what that tells you is that he would not be someone available. I think they're going to try to pair him up with when Grant Holmes pitches on Wednesday. If Grant gets in trouble or if he can only get through 4 or 5, you would then turn to Martin Perez. And the benefit of doing those 2 pitchers on a piggyback type deal is you set your lineup against a righty, and then here comes the southpaw. So a full count to Sean Murphy. The pitch on the way. Swing! That ball's slapped down the left field line, but foul. You'd like to see Sean get a base hit or something to get himself going tonight. 0 for 2 on the night. 3 tough starters in this series. George Kirby, and he can bring it up high 90s. He's tomorrow night. And then Brian Wu, he's a strikeout artist. He pitches on Wednesday. The payoff pitch. Right there at the knees. Strike 3, and that'll end the inning. 96, kissing the black. We'll be back at the Flash. Braves 4, Mariners nothing here in Seattle.
I just found out something super exciting. Before you go to any of your holiday meals, guess what? Telling people to f*** off is gluten-free.
AC/DC makes me think of Back in Black, but the battle between AC and DC was full of legitimate, dirty deeds done dirt cheap. The War of the Currents was waged largely between 2 men, Thomas Edison and his former employee, a quirky Serbian immigrant named Nikola Tesla. Tesla was a proponent of alternating current, but Edison had already invested heavily in his direct current system, and had major money backers to answer to. Tesla stormed out, and George Westinghouse, Edison's chief rival, jumped at the chance to buy Tesla's AC patents. After a long and dirty propaganda effort, complete with lawsuits, patent stealing, corporate takeovers, and the invention of the electric chair, the current war was over. Edison had won, except he didn't. Against his wishes, the Edison General Electric Company would wind up adopting alternating current, validating his rival Tesla, and after mergers with the likes of J.P. Morgan, Edison not only lost direct current, but his company dropped his name as well, becoming General Electric. As for Tesla, he died penniless, but his remaining work was seized by the FBI and given for analysis to an MIT scientist named John G. Trump, whose nephew is,
When I was younger, I used to go to concerts and stuff that started at 8 p.m., but now I don't because that is the middle of the night.
I eat like string beans and green peas.
Pasta?
Yeah, I eat some pasta.
Okay.
Yeah, I eat some pasta.
Chicken, steak, all the regular stuff.
Yeah, all
no
regular.
seafood though?
No, I'm allergic.
At the vet, where the cars were parked, we'd have to walk up this long tunnel and we'd be exposed to the fans. And Mike, he was the lightning rod of everything in Philadelphia. So people said some terrible things.
Back then, ball players parked in a parking lot that was accessible to people. And it was a game every night, how we escaped the park without everybody seeing us. And we would go up some stairs in the boiler room or some crazy stuff. And I think the escape artist in us back then was sort of, what are we going to do tonight?
Welcome back, y'all. Thank you for the kind words, Holmes. First pitch on the way is a sinker from J.R. Ritchie. It's 1-0. Braves lead at 4-0. If you stepped away for a second, went out and got you smoke or something, well, the Braves clocked 3 home run solo shots over the wall in the top of the 6th as the changeup misses inside. 2-0. We've had solo shots tonight. That's how we've scored every single one of our runs. Drake led it off in the 1st with the home run. And then in the 6th is a 2-0. Misses high, 3-0. Ozzie hit his 8th. Drake, by the way, hit his 9th. Olsen hit his 12th. And Austin Riley hit his 5th. The 3-0. Taken all the way. Ball 4, four-seam fastball. Rosarena stepped out of the box, waiting for that pitch. So 1 on and nobody out. And you'd think that might get the bullpen working. We do have a 4-0 lead. And Gilbert, he's probably done for the Mariners. Richie, by the way, is at 85 pitches. This will be the last inning regardless. First pitch is a 4-seamer. Right there for a strike, it's 0-1. The only way he makes it into the 7th is if we get like a really quick double play. It looks like Tyler Kinley's warming up. The 1-0. Curveball down and in, 1-1. Richie, 5 walks, 2 strikeouts. It's not likely to hit his number of over 4.5. Good to see you, Chop Shop. The 1-1. Inside, 2-1. Two-1 count, 1 on, nobody out, and the 88-mile-an-hour changeup is off the plate. Ball 3, 3-1. Struggled a little bit to hit the plate tonight. 3-1, ball 4. So trouble will brew in here in the 6th. That'll be the 6th walk by Richie. You got to figure there's not much longer for him. Hefner's coming out there to talk, probably to buy some time. Coming to the plate will be Rayleigh. So the tying run is moved to the on-deck circle. And you do just wonder with it, with the youngster pitching in front of his home crowd, if he just might be gassed, a little bit of adrenaline running out of gas. Last couple innings, he's had a hard time finding the zone. Rayleigh steps in. First and second, nobody out. And the first pitch on the way is a curveball, well off the plate. It's 1-0. The bullpen's pretty well rested, and we do have a day off on Thursday. The 1-0. Swing. Hammers it down the right field line, but foul. 1-1. We'll go ahead and pull the screen back with 2 on and nobody out so you can keep an eye on what's going on the base paths. Infield is back into the right. Riley by his lonesome over there, basically playing just off the third, trying to cover short two. The 1-1 pitch, swing blasted. High and deep, she's gone. And it's a 1-run game, and Richie gives up a 3-run shot. And he's been struggling with his command like we've talked about last couple innings. They've just left him in too long. I think they got greedy on that one. So 4 home runs by the Braves, 1 by Seattle, and we lead by 1. That's how you make the one swing count. And that's just, if you think about it, that's just bound to get you in the end. 6 walks. It's not likely that you're going to dodge that for an entire game. Believe that's going to be it for Richie. It is. They'll come out and get him. We'll be back in a flash. 4-3 your score. It is far from over, Braves country. You got that old May the 4th be with you pulled up for you. I believe. Well, maybe we don't. I'll have to look for it. Welcome back. Tyler Kinley comes on. Nobody out. Bottom of the sixth. Braves clean to a one-run game. First pitch to Cole Young. Right there for a strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Turns and kicks. 1-1. Cubs have just walked off the Reds. I believe it was a walk-off home run. I believe that was oh no, is it Conforto? Michael Conforto sighting. The 1-1 fouls it away. It's 1-2. I thought it was Monasteros at first. Kind of forgot Conforto was over there. The 1-2 count. Kinley trying to keep it right where it's at. Still a long way to go in this one. 4 innings for the Braves bullpen. The 1-2 swing and a miss, strike 3. One away. I think when he, and obviously it's always, hindsight's always 20/20, but when he walked that first batter, they should have went and gotten him. And when he walked the second batter, there's no way they should have let him hit. Or pitch, I guess I should say. First pitch to Mitch Garver. It's right there off the edge for a ball. It's 1-0. Welcome in, Good. Take me a second to figure out what that said.
We accept one of us. We accept
1-0.
one of us.
Four-seam fastball. 2-0.
We accept that one of us. We accept that one of us. One of us. One of us. Shut up! Oh my God, I don't care!
The 2-0. Ball 3, 3-0. So Garver trying to work his way aboard. The 3-0 pitch. Below the knees, ball 4. Kind of a close pitch there. I don't think it hit the zone, but once again, if you're just joining us or you joined us late, Braves lost both of their ABS challenges in the first inning. So, righty-lefty matchup. Rivas, first pitch is a strike there at the knees. It's 0-1. Looks like they're going to challenge this. He may win this one. That one was really close. They have both of their challenges left, and he will win it. So, reverse that. It's 1-0. 1-0 count. Right there. Grabs the outer edge. 1-1. He was thought about challenging that one, but he would have lost that one. About half that ball hit the zone. He had that look like he was thinking about pulling the trigger. The 1-1. Swing and a miss slider. 1-2. One-two count. Kinley comes set, brings it, swing and a miss, strike 3, big strike out there. Curveball, foul tipped into the glove. Good job by Murphy holding on to it, and there's 2 away. Rivas was looking back, wanting to know that was in the zone. That was in the zone. If he takes it, he would have been called out. J.P. Crawford, top of the order now, due up. Braves clinging to a 1-run lead, 4-3 your score. Righty-lefty matchup. First pitch on the way. Slider down and in. It's 1-0. Infield playing back and to the right. Riley essentially playing shortstop. Mateo playing very close to second base. The 1-0. Right there, drops a slider, 1-1. Julio Rodriguez stands on deck. That's just an air let out of your sails after hitting 3 home runs in the previous top half of the inning, and then we walk to and one swing erases it. The 1-1 slider, 1-2. So a 1-2 count. Kinley, his 16th pitch of the inning. Curveball just outside 2-2. I mean, he just missed it. Good pitch selection because it locked him up, but just couldn't hit the zone. The 2-2 swing. Pops it back foul, out of play. One on, 2 out, the 2-2 pitch. Kinley throws the slider down and in. 3-2. So the runner at first will be on the move. Braves with a good bullpen, but Seattle's got a pretty talented bullpen in their own right. The payoff pitch. Swing blasted. High and deep. Right field, going back. She's gone. And the Braves have coughed up a 4-0 lead. J.P. Crawford, his 3rd home run of the night, of the year, 357 feet. And just like that, the Mariners have taken the 1-run lead. That really changes the game because now Seattle can start putting the back end of their bullpen in. I think people tend to forget that when you're in certain parts of the ball game, when you have the lead as opposed to trailing because of a 162-game season and having to make a bullpen stretch as long as you have to stretch it, if we kept them scoreless in this inning, we would have started seeing the front-end guys. It might have been able to tack on some more runs, but instead, as the curveball misses high and inside to Julio Rodriguez, it's 1-0. Instead, it is a 1-run deficit, and they'll try to grab a win. Seattle's off to a little bit of a slow start, 16-19. The 1-0. Swing, rifles it back foul, 1-1. Now, we've got plenty of time to score runs, but it really changes the game. And you wonder how aggressive. Typically, Weiss has been pretty aggressive going after wins, but you wonder where that'll put us in our bullpen the rest of the game. 1-1. Swing and a miss, 1-2. One thing's for sure, Kinley's got to get out of this inning. One-two count. You do have guys that can go down there and eat a couple of innings each. I mean, you've got Fuentes, you've got Raylo, you got Martin Perez for that matter, the 1-2. It doesn't look like he's pitching tonight. The pitch on the way, swing, lifts it. High and deep into right center field. That ball's going back on the track, making the catch at the wall. Right in front of the wall is the Book of Eli. Whew, let's get out of that inning. 5 runs coughed up. We'll be back in a flash, trailing by only 1 here in the Emerald City.
Do lizards just ever look at snakes and be like, Lieutenant Dan?
Suspect's laugh so intense we had to invest in waterproof furniture.
Suspect's been spotted wearing the same shirt for 3 damn days.
Suspect's morning hair so wild even the birds are jealous of that nest.
Shut up. Suspect claims to be on a diet, but he hasn't had a salad in 3 weeks.
Suspect's idea of foreplay is saying, all right, let's get this over with.
Yeah, because I want to eat dinner.
Oh, they're flying the tiny instruments in from El Paso.
El Paso. I
I spent a month there one night.
We are a generation that will never come back. A generation that walked to school and then walked back. A generation that did their homework alone to get out ASAP to play in the street. A generation that spent all their free time in the streets with their friends. A generation that collected sports cards. A generation that made paper toys with their bare hands. A generation who bought vinyl albums to play on record player. A generation that played board games and cards on rainy days. A generation whose TV went off at midnight after playing the national anthem. A generation that is passing, and unfortunately, it will never return no matter how hard we try. I loved growing up when I did. It was the best of times. We are a generation that will never come back.
One night, Mike looks at me and he goes, will you go get my car and pull it up? Because I don't want to walk out in front of all those people. I just want to get my car and go home. And I looked at him and I said, Mike, you know I'm an all-star too. And he sort of looked at me like, oh yeah, I did go get his car. And I brought it, he got in it, and then I went and got my car. And we went and we had something to eat. But Mike wishes he could, after the game was over, tunneled underneath his home to Media PA, wherever he's living, come up, be in his house, because that's just who Mike was.
Help support Braves Country Radio. Join the country club today. Welcome back. Braves trail 5-4. We go to the top of the 7th inning. The 6th inning's where everything happened tonight. First pitch on the way is a four-seam fastball from the left-hander Ferrer. It's 1-0. It'll be Eli, Mateo, and Baldwin. So righty, and then a lefty for the left-hander coming out of the pen. The 1-0. Swing and a miss. 1-1. Gilbert out of the game, 4 earned runs, 6 hits, 4 strikeouts, 2 walks. The 1-1. Swing and a miss, 1-2. As poorly as he pitched and the Braves got to him and belted 4 home runs, he is in line for the win if this score holds. That's one of the reasons why the win statistics in Major League Baseball has been devalued over the last several years. The 1-2, outside wide, 2-2. 2-2 count. He's gone four-seam sinker change and then the change once again. The 2-2. Swing, slaps it. Right side of the infield, and that's going to get through the hole. And the Book of Eli's on. 1 on, nobody out to get things going here in the top of the 7th inning for Atlanta.
Cursed be the ground for our sake. Both thorns and thistles it shall bring forth for us.
Jorge Mateo, the batter. They're going to flip it over to first real quick to keep Eli close by. You know, he hasn't ran much this year, but remember, he's one of the faster base runners in all of baseball. If he gets a chance to go, you would think he'll take it, representing the tying run. Mateo takes the first pitch, sinker inside. It's 0-1. Mateo didn't like the call. It did hit the zone, by the way, as they show it on Seattle's vision, but Mateo's upset, and of course we don't have any ABS challenges. If we did, we would have lost it anyway, so there you go. The 0-1 pitch. Swing. Slaps a sinker down the line. Right field side. Foul. 0-2. White Sox all over the Angels, 6-0 in the 8th. Giants 3-1 over the Padres. That game is in the 8th as well. The 0-2. Misses 1-2. These are the only 3 games going on left in Major League Baseball. This game, 5-4 Seattle in the 7th. The 1-2. Swing and miss. Chase the changeup off the plate. And strike 3. So he'll head back to the dugout in the top of the order now. Drake Baldwin coming to the plate against the tough left-hander Ferrer. He starts out on the far left side of the rubber on the hill, so basically he's standing in the left-hander's batter's box. First pitch on the way, high and inside, almost gets him in the noggin. It's 1-0. Good job by Drake getting out of the way of that one. That almost hit his bat too. That's one of those things you hate the most to see, is when your guy ends up ducking out of the way and the ball smacks his bat for a strike. The 1-0 flips it over to first once again. That'll be the first engagement of this at bat. So 3 games going on right now in Major League Baseball. The rest are in the books. Mets beat the Rockies. Red Sox beat the Tigers. Phillies over the Marlins. Rays over the Jays. Yankees pound the Orioles. The 1-0 outside wide. 2-0. Cubs walk off the Reds. Royals outlast the Guardians. Cardinals beat the Brew Crew by 3. And the Dodgers all over the Astros. The 2-0 swing. Chopper back up the middle. That's going to be a 4. And they're going to try to fire it over to first. Off balance throw by the second baseman Young. I don't even know why he tried to throw that. That one was ridiculous. It's going to be a fielder's choice. Drake easily made it down to first. We'll pull the screen back so you can keep an eye on the base paths. So we keep a runner on, but now you lose Eli White and an R2 down. Eli, much faster runner. Lefty-righty matchup. Ozzie Albies first pitch swinging, slices it towards right field. F9 your scorecard, 1 pitch, 1 out. We'll end the inning. We'll go to the bottom of the 7th, trailing by 1 here in Braves country. Aaron Bummer coming on as the Braves trail by 1. Lefty-lefty matchup. First pitch on the way to Josh Naylor. Down and away, it's 1-0. Braves trail 5-4, the 1-0 pitch. Swing, hammered into right field. That's down for a base hit. And it's going to be a leadoff double for the Seattle Mariners. And Aaron Bummer, he has been giving up some hard knocks recently. So a leadoff double. Due up now is the right-handed Arozarena and then Dan Canzone. We talked about this earlier, but when you end up coughing up that lead like that as the first pitch swinging, belted, high and deep in the left field, going back, on the track, making the catch at the very back of the wall is the Yaz, and there's one away. Whew, doggy. He gave that sucker a ride. I thought that had a real chance of getting out. Got a little bit too much air underneath it. Ref Snyder's going to come on and pitch hit for Canzone, and he pounds left-handed pitching. So Bummer's got to be careful here. Ref Snyder, the former Boston Red Sox, standing at the plate. First pitch swinging, hits it hard in the hole, and that's going to get through into left field. Naylor had to hold up, so they'll go station to station and 1 out. That ball was smoked. He continues to pound left-handed pitching. And that, I mean, he tried to throw that bender up there, and it's coming in about belt high and grabbing almost the entire center of the plate. That's where that one to Josh Naylor was that he ripped into the corner for a double, and Ref Snyder, hard hit ball as well. Braves currently with the 9-game lead over Miami, Washington, 10 over Philly, and 12 over the Mets. If the score holds, we'll lose a half game. If we come back and win, we'll gain a half game. So either 8.5 or 9.5 game lead on Miami and Washington, 9.5 or 10.5 on Philly, and 11.5 or 12.5 on the Mets. First pitch swing and hammers it down the left field line. It's 0-1. Connor Joe, the batter, he's in for Raley now. So they are unloading all of their bench. The one thing Bummer's always had a calling card for is the double play. We could use one here. The 0-1. Swing and a miss. It's 0-2. No 2 count. There's been a total of just 9 strikeouts between the two teams tonight. Braves have struck out 5 times. The Mariners have struck out just 4. The big number, the Braves have walked twice, the Mariners 7. The 0-2 in the dirt. 1-2. Braves have out-homered the Mariners 4-2, but all the Braves' home runs have been solo shots. 5-4 your score, bottom of the 7th. Bummer flips it over to first. Really wouldn't call that a pickoff move. That might have been just a reset. Connor Joe, the former Pirate. The 1-2. Down and in, curveball. 2-2. Two count, runners on the corners. Bummer brings it. 3-2. 91-mile-an-hour sinker. Well inside. Standing on deck is Young. Garver is in the hole. They still have on their bench As the payoff pitch is down and in, ball 4. So that'll load up the bases with 1 out. Bummer spinning out of control here. They still have Parada and Cal Raleigh on their bench. They do carry 3 catchers. And Cole Young coming to the plate, lefty-lefty. So the only real way that you would pinch hit most likely here would be either DH or catcher going forward as the first pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. It's 0-1. Bases loaded. 1 out. Braves do have some action going in the bullpen. The 0-1. This may be his last battle regardless. The 0-1 pitch right there at the knees. 0-2. Could use a strikeout. A double play would get you out of it. You got the right-handed bat of Garver standing on deck, and I just don't know if they would let Bummer face him. The 0-2 pitch. Swing, just got a piece of that. Bangs the sweeper off the plate. The 0-2 count. Braves trail 5-4. Bottom of the 7th. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Chase that sweeper off the edge, and there's 2 down. Big strike out there by Bummer. Trying to keep the Braves within the 1 run. Mitch Garver now the batter. And Walt Weiss will indeed come and get his guy off the mound. We'll be back in a flash. Bullpen opening. Cookie Carrasco coming in with the bases juice. Hold on to your hats, boys and girls. Welcome back. Cookie Carrasco coming on with the bases juiced. 2 outs. Mitch Garver the batter. Righty-righty matchup. First pitch on the way. Check swing. You go around. He did not. It's 1-0. Thought maybe they would pull Cal Raleigh off the bench to swing, but they're going to leave Carrasco in. Or excuse me, Garver in. The 1-0 from Carrasco. Check swing, went around slider. 1-1. Big spot in the game here. The Braves trail by 1, 5-4, but they can keep it right here. You're going to have the heart of the order due up for the Braves in the top of the 8th. The 1-1. Swing rips it over to third base and right at Austin Riley. A good old-fashioned atom ball. We'll be back in a flash here, Atlanta Braves. Trail by 1. We go to the 8th inning here in Braves country.
6 miles from Chicago. We got a full tank of gas, half a pack of cigarettes. It's dark, and we're wearing sunglasses. Hit it.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass. And I'm all out of bubblegum.
It's happy hour.
When wins become losses and losses become wins.
You guys going to happy hour? I'll come for a couple. Just a couple, though. Not like last time.
I need a drink.
When buying a beer, buying only one beer can cause a misalignment in your spine due to the uneven weight distribution. This can cause unnecessary back pain and potential spine issues. To prevent this, carry 2 beers, ensuring your body is balanced and proper health maintained.
Have dinner, buddy.
Put my pants on, one leg at a time.
Does Barry Manilow know that you raid his wardrobe?
Guess what? I got a fever, and the only prescription.
Ladies and gentlemen, we interrupt our program of dance music to bring you a special bulletin from the Intercontinental Radio News.
You're in Braves country.
Everybody drink a beer. Salad.
They're making it laws where you can't drink when you want to.
This stinks.
Pretty soon we're going to be calling this country.
This is total BS. Where at? For me and the Lord. You gotta understand it. We're on a mission for God. I'm on the radio every day!
If you want to stop me, you're going to have to kill me!
And you, music lover, you're next.
You're so drunk you can't hit nothing. In fact, you're probably seeing double.
I have 2 guns, one for each of you.
Welcome back. First pitch on the way to Matt Olson is a strike right across the chest. It's 0-1. Ferreira back out there to face Olson. They may go get him after that, the 0-1. Swing and a miss. Sinker in on the hands. It's 0-2. It's an 0-2 count. Ferreira, 15 pitches in. Edward Bizzardo is warming up in the bullpen. The 0-2. Swing lifts it deep down the left field line, but won't have quite enough as it get caught right before the warning track in the corner by Randy Arozareno, F7, and that'll send us to the bullpen once again. The right-hander Bizzardo is coming out. We're going to Bizzardo world, and when we return, it'll be Dubon and Riley to face the tough right-hander. Welcome back. Braves trail by 1. 1 out here in the top of the 8th. Mauricio Dubon coming to the plate. Riley on deck. The Yaz is in the hole. If the line were to keep moving past that, it's Sean Murphy, Eli, and Mateo. Bizzardo, the tough right-hander, fires the first pitch. A bullet on the outer edge, 96 miles an hour, just misses. 1-0. Infield, back and to the left. Outfield, deep and straight away. The 1-0. Swing and a miss. 1-1. 1-1 count. Bizzardo, 11 strikeouts in 15 innings this year. The 1-1 pops it back foul, 1-2. Mauricio 0 for 3 tonight. 3 lineouts, 1 to center, 1 to left, and 1 to second. We'll take one over the wall. The 1-2. Misses high. 2-2. 2-2 count. Dubon. Brings it. Check swing. Did he go around? He did not. So it's a full count. Dubon batting cleanup tonight. The pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Chase the sinker off the edge. 2 down. That was right there on the outer edge. If he takes it, it might have been strike 3. But he was opening up, trying to pull a pitch that's 96 on the outer edge. You're just never going to do it with that. He likes to open up like that on his... And look, if he gets around on one, he usually hits it pretty hard. First pitch on the way to Riley. High and out of the zone, it's 1-0. Austin Riley did hit a home run earlier tonight. The 1-0. Brings it, swing, rips it into left field. That's down for a base hit. And 2-out single.
Blue, you're my boy!
So a 2-out single by Riley, and Mike Yastrzemski will come to the plate. Be a good time for him to hit his first home run of the year. Infield back and to the right. Riley, pretty good base runner, as the first pitch is a sweeper down and in for a ball. It's 1-0. So if one gets down into the gap, though, he's not really known as a speedster per se. He cuts the bags well. You got to like your chances for Riley to score if you can get one into the gap. The 1-0. Swing. Fouls it away. 1-1. 1-1 count. Top of the 8th. The pitch. Swing, pops it up. Can of corn. Shortstop's got it. Crawford corrals it, and that'll end the inning. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th. Braves trail by 1. Going to try to keep it right there. See if Cookie comes back out for another inning.
So I just got pulled over. I was doing about 70 and a 55. And this cop, he asked me, he said, you know why I pulled you over? I said, no clue. So he said, he's going 74 and 55. He said, let me have your driver's license. I said, I ain't got none. He said, what about registration? I said, I ain't got none of that either. He said, well, how come? I said, I don't know, but don't open that glove box. I got a pistol in there, and I just shot my husband. He's under that tarp in the back of the truck. This joker runs back, and next thing I know, there's cops everywhere, and the big dog walks up to me, and he goes, ma'am, can I see your driver's license? I handed it to him. He said, what about your registration? Gave him that. He said, open up that glove box. I did. There wasn't nothing in it. And tars under the tarp. He said, my deputy called me and told me that you didn't have no license or registration and a dead man and a pistol and I don't know what all. And I said, I bet you that lying son of a gun told you I was speeding too, didn't he?
And the fans feel like they know you and they want to get to know you. And I think that was probably the one strike against Mike. He didn't want them to get to know him. He wanted to just be great at baseball.
In the end, the Phillies would hold on to win the NL East title in 1976 with a franchise record 101 wins. And Schmidt leading the National League in homers for a third straight year and winning his first Gold Glove. But in the championship series, the Phillies were outclassed by the reigning World Series champs, Cincinnati's Big Red Machine.
Shot for right side. Here comes Concepcion. And the 1976 pennant belongs to the Reds. The Reds have scored 3 in the 9th inning and have swept the Philadelphia Phillies.
Although we got beat in the playoffs by the Cincinnati Reds, 76, we might have had one of the best Philly teams ever. Unfortunately, we disappointed our fans in the postseason, as well as us.
Welcome back. Cookie Carrasco will go back out there for another inning of work. First pitch is a strike. It's 0-1. Righty-lefty matchup. Rivas, the number 9 hitter, takes the changeup off the plate. 1-1. That's one of those situations where who knows if he's going to continue to be on the team, but if you're going to kick him loose, you might as well try to get another inning out of him while you're trailing in the 8th. Did a good job of getting us out of the out of the 7th. The ball was hit hard, though, but at least it was right at Riley. Braves led this game 4-0, heading to the bottom of the 6th, and all 5 runs came in the 6th. The 1-2, swing and a miss slider, one away. And there's nothing being said that he's going to get cut loose, but if you're going to cut him loose, you look at the way the Braves bullpen is constructed. He kind of has taken over the job that Suarez had. Jose Suarez, the cutter, misses high to the number 1, the leadoff hitter, J.P. Crawford's 1-0. Ball hit the very top of the zone, but the Braves are out of challenges, the 1-0. Misses high, 2-0. Jose Suarez is now a Seattle Mariner. So he probably said some hellos to some guys before tonight's game. 1-1. Swing hammered over to first. Olson's got it. Steps on the bag, 2 down. Or maybe he didn't. Maybe he just told everyone to go screw. You don't want me on your team? 2 up, 2 down, and Julio Rodriguez comes to the plate. First pitch to Julio is inside for a ball. It's 1-0. I just wonder if the reasoning behind getting rid of Jose was because if you're going to have 2 guys that are basically the same type of pitcher as far as like an innings eater type, guys that you wouldn't call high leverage, when you're talking about Martin Perez and then either Jose or Cookie, well, Cookie's a righty and Martin's a lefty, and they probably just wanted to carry one of each. Is the pitch right there, 2-1. So a 2-1 count to Julio. Swing, hits it hard on the ground. Austin Riley, that goes off his glove. He's shaking his hand. It actually went off his hand, it looks like. The runner's going to be safe. Julio Rodriguez, most likely, it'll be an infield single. And hopefully he's okay. Man, that ball, I mean, you don't want a ball that ate him up. It was a hard hit ball. It was the second hop that jumped up and got him in the right hand in between his index finger and his thumb. That's not what you want to see. Hard enough trying to keep this lineup straight without losing him too. He says he's all right, so hopefully he doesn't miss any time. First pitch is a cutter inside. It's 1-0. If he were to come out of the game, it would be Kyle Farmer going over there to play third. If he were to have to go on the IL, you would think Nacho Alvarez, but he hasn't been hitting so hot this year, the 1-0. Outside wide 2-0. They could still do it, but last time I checked on Nacho a few days ago, he was batting like 160 something down in the AAA. The 2-0 pitch, swing, swats it back foul, 2-1. Naylor, who hit a double his last time up. It's 2 for 4 on the day. The single in the fourth and a double in the seventh. The 2-1 from Carrasco. Flips it over to first to keep Julio close by. Olsen grabs it, flips it back. The 2-1 pitch. Pull the screen back, give you a little better look. The pitch on the way. Swing! That ball's hammered down the right field line, but foul. Maybe 4 feet to the right of that right field line. Randy Arozarena stands on deck. Ref Snyder in the hole, who came in for Canzone. Braves 4, Mariners 5. The 2-2 pitch, 2 outs, runner at first. Infield back and to the right. The windup from Cookie, swing, pops it up. High in the sky, and Austin Riley makes the catch. He appears to be okay. Hopefully he is. We'll be back in a flash. Sean Murphy leads us off. Time for him to be the hero tonight. Wouldn't that be something? Braves trail 5-4.
Looks like you got some stuff going on. Want to tell me what you did? Want to tell me who you did? Was it a boy?
Sometimes you need to take the opportunity just to come out and see a full moon is that complete rounded circle, which is made up mostly of gases. The question is why or how could we as humans live on the moon? Are the gases such that we could do that? The sun is a mighty powerful heat that is almost impossible to go near the sun. The moon is more manageable.
We'd like to know from you how you think it's going so far.
I mean, I think it's off to a great start. I feel like, I feel like I'm overqualified for this position, if I'm being honest. And I like the team, but I think I have trouble with Amanda. I feel like sometimes she can just be such a I don't have to.
Okay, so Amanda's sitting in on this. She's
right here, Brian.
Oh, hey, you. I was just talking about our client, Amanda.
I don't think you have any clients named Amanda.
I don't think you have any clients at all.
He had a way of tipping off his pitches. If he was pitching a fastball from the windup, he'd have his elbows out like this before the pitch. And if he was going to pitch a curveball, his elbows would be tucked in against him. So every batter knew exactly what he's going to be doing. Of course, the pitches were so good it didn't make any difference. They couldn't hit either one of them.
Lead him 4-0. Here's Mickey Mantle. Now the windup by Sandy. He delivers. It's a strike call. The 4th straight strikeout for Sandy Koufax.
Casey Stengel believed him the best pitcher in baseball history. Forget the other fellow, he said, meaning Walter Johnson. You can forget Waddell. The Jewish kid is probably the best of them.
No hits, no errors, and nobody left.
Andre Munoz, the closer for the Seattle Mariners, is coming on to face Sean Murphy. Sean Murphy has been lifted, and it's Michael Harris II coming to the plate. So righty-lefty matchup. Harris, who has not been in the lineup the last couple of days, takes the first pitch. Strike at the knees. Looked like his slider. It's 0-1. Infield back into the right, the 0-1. Swing and a miss that slider down around the ankles. It's 0-2. Munoz, he has struggled this year, comes in with a 6.23 ERA. The 0-2. In the dirt, 1-2. One-two count. Turns and kicks. Swing and a miss, strike three. Chased a slider down and away, well out of the zone, and there's one away. It appears that his numbers are a bit skewed. You're seeing that ERA, you're like, man, that is high for a closer. He had one bad outing at San Diego where he gave up 5 earned runs in 2 1/3 innings, or excuse me, in 2/3 of an inning. Is the first pitch to Eli White. He's right there for a strike. It's 0-1. And other than that, he's been pretty good. Gave up a run in April to the Athletics as the 0-1 swing fouls it off. It's 0-2. He did give up 2 runs on March 28th right after opening day to Cleveland. But other than that, I mean, he's been pretty solid. The 0-2. Strike 3 right there at the knees. 2 down. Braves are down to their last strike, or excuse me, their last out. And Dominic Smith will come in for Jorge Mateo. So if this game does go to the bottom of the ninth and extras, it's going to be an interesting defensive alignment for the Braves. We still have Azekar and Farmer on the bench, so you can put them in defensively. First pitch is down and into Dominic Smith. It's 1-0. Smith just trying to get his way aboard. Drake Baldwin stands on deck. The 1-0. Slider misses. Ball 2-0. Almost looked like he might have slipped off the mound there. Infield back into the right. Huge hole down the third base line. The 2-0 count. Swing, rips it into left field, and that's down for a base hit. And how about that? Dominic Smith, the Dominator. You give him the bat every once in a while, and look what happens. Good piece of hitting there by Dominic Smith.
This is a time for leaders to step up. Make us believe again.
Drake Baldwin will come to the plate, representing the go-ahead run. We'll get a pinch hitter now as Azekar will come in.
You just got nominated.
Azekar will come in to pinch run. He's got good wheels. So if this game was to go to the bottom of the ninth, you would have Azekar go to the outfield and Dubon come play short. We would lose the designated hitter. The pitcher would hit where Murphy and then Harris hit. So here we go. First pitch on the way. Slider right there on the outer edge. Smacks the black. It's 0-1. Infield back into the right. Azekar, once again, he can fly. So if you can get one down into the gap, we could tie this game up. The 0-1. Swing and a miss. Filthy slider. It's 0-2. So an 0-2 count. That's his money pitch. And Drake seeing him for the first time. I mean, this has got to be the 0-2. Down and in, 1-2. Baptism by fire. Azekar steals second, by the way. Great jump by Azekar. Now a base hit's going to tie this game. He timed it up. Smart play by Azekar, realizing that most likely they were going to get that slider in the dirt with 2 strikes. So a 1-2 count. Heck, go steal third and home while you're at it. That's all he's going to see, the 1-2. Swing, rolls it over to second. That should end the game. 4-3 it does. And the Mariners come all the way back from a 4-0 deficit to beat the best team in baseball 5-4. Tough loss by the Braves, but you can't win them all.
This sucks, and it's horse but I'm too polite to say anything, because I'm a class act.
There isn't anything to do. We're done. We're licked. What do they do to us? Right now, we're caught as we're wanted. If it's amusement you're after, I guess the game's up. Man, it's all over with.
Oh, what a loser!
So goodbye, everybody, and remember, please, for the next day or so, the terrible lesson you learned tonight.
Oh, no! We suck again!
5-4 your final. 4 runs, 9 hits, no errors for Atlanta. 5 runs, 8 hits, no errors for Seattle. When it's all said and done, and it's all done and said, they need to go get the kid out of the game much earlier. You can't let him just twist in the wind. Back-to-back walks and a 3-run jack really changed this game. And then the bullpen couldn't hold it down. The loss will go to Tyler Kinley, who gave up a 2-run home run as well. J.R. Ritchie, his ERA will go to 3.63. The 6 walks is concerning. You wonder if he'll stay around much longer if stuff like that continues. But I'm sure he'll get another chance to start, most likely next week at home. Y'all have a great night, Braves country. We'll see you tomorrow night. I got to get up early, and we'll do this all again tomorrow. 9:40 first pitch will come on the air at 9 o'clock, and tomorrow, Bryce Elder Day. I like her chances. We'll see you then.
Goodbye, sweetheart, well, it's time to go. We're back tomorrow with another show. Well, unless we're fired, we'll talk to you then. Goodbye, sweetheart, goodbye. Goodbye.
Guys and gals, it's time to go. We'll see you on the next show.
Same bat time, same bat channel.
It's closing time, y'all. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. Have a great one. On your way out, please like and subscribe. And don't forget to tip your favorite bartender. We'll see you. I'm Mac McGee, signing off for Braves Country Radio.